Chat! Chat! I have good news! Chat! Hello, chat. Morning, chat. Good morning, chat. I have good news! Well, no, it's not really good news. It's not like the best... Well, no, never mind. It's not even news. I don't know what I was thinking. I was looking at it and I was like, oh, making it! But no, never mind. Take it back. I didn't say anything. Just say, okay, well, you know what, whatever. I'm almost a music channel on the YouTube! Oh, hi. Well, I don't know. Man, just can't be react content, can you? I was sorting through all my stupid fucking YouTube videos and I was like, damn it, the covers are really catching up, but... Fuck you, Astartes video! I'm kidding. I love you. I love that we did that, but damn it! Fuck. It just stands there all the way apart from everything else. And I can't touch that thing. It just sits all the way up there. Fuck. I'll never be a real music channel. Admiral Spire will not be top. No, that's full of cake. Wait, Astartes reaction video. Astartes reaction. It's lonely at the top. I cannot dethrone that thing. I literally cannot dethrone that thing. It's a Genshin of your YouTube channel. Well, Genshin has been dethroned on my Twitch channel. Genshin has been dethroned on twitchtracker.com/KanekaLumi. If you
almost
go to
2
games,
whole years with my one and only Oshikaneko 5 heart.
Thank you, Farkani, for 23 months. That's almost 2 years. I have dethroned Genshin Impact with Total War Warhammer 3. Beaten by like 15 hours actually. So pretty good. Honestly, pretty good. Like the Mark of Cain, your original sin will never be forgotten. I think it's what screwed with my algorithm for years was like we put that video out 3 years ago, and for like 2 years it suggested me to all the Warhammer people, but I didn't do Warhammer content on YouTube, and it fucked with my algorithm for literal years. And somehow you are still bad at it. It's a part of the charm. No, it's not. I'm just retarded. Nope, I know. I let
Morning,
you know.
Lumi. Morning, chat.
It's Morgan.
Love the Dracula cover.
Thank you.
Have a great stream.
Thank you very much. Rainy Days pops up when I look up on YouTube Music instead of anything made by just you. Oh, that's because it's the most recent thing on YouTube Music, and I haven't put anything else officially, but soon. Any CS watchers? Yeah, probably some. Yeah, probably some. There's boys in chat. Men love CS, don't they? I like the video for the Dracula cover because it reminded me of the dog watching. It was supposed to be me under an umbrella looking at you like that, but I couldn't find an umbrella. I don't know how to do that, man. You know, with all the automation, like I should really figure out how to do more things. Like, can I make an umbrella and just have it? No. Anyway, yeah, I think it messed with my algorithm on YouTube for like a long time was because we put the Astartes video out and then I didn't do any Warhammer content on YouTube and I only did music. And then the algorithm was like, what? You don't? You don't do this? And we had to like beat it into submission with literally everything else and go, no, I don't do that. Unfortunately, like making actual umbrella or figuratively make an umbrella. Like an umbrella, like an actual three-dimensional umbrella. I noticed the algo's been recommending your covers now. Yeah, I was very confused for a long time. I was like, but you are Warhammer. And I'm like, no, everything. And they were like, no, what? Warhammer.
40 months ago I saw a video of you watching Astartes and I almost immediately subscribed.
Hey, how have you been, man? How you doing? How have you been? How have you been? How you doing? How's life? How are you? I haven't seen you in a bit. How are you? How are you? How are you? Anyway, happy Saturday. And lastly, finally, say she's the truest variety streamer. Warhammer? No! One of your most popular YouTube streams was the one you made it for phone users unironically. Maybe try that. Wait, really? It was for phone users? How so? Was it? Or like you mean recently? No, don't talk to me about middle centering whatever shit. No, it's not no Warhammer. It's everything. while ago I was recommended 40K Shanty song called Johnny is a White Shield. Ooh, Johnny is a white shield? Oh, interesting. Oh, this is the AI. This is the AI generated. Oh my god, a while ago Cleo and I found like a YouTube channel. It was like a girl that made like 40K inspired songs, and she also streamed. And I remember Cleo and I were watching her together in Discord, and we were like looking at each other, you know, we were like, this is AI, right? And then Cleo was like, yes, 100% AI. This is an AI person. And then we were like, we're looking at all the covers and stuff. And then we like even popped into the Twitch chat, and we asked the question. We were it's kind of rude, but we were like, come on. Come on, man. Like, come on. Yeah, I don't know. At the end of the day, we're just like, whatever, who fucking yeah, there's a lot of that kind of thing. What tipped you off? Did you have 3 arms? No, consistent art, consistent output. I can't English recently. I feel like, and I don't want to say this because you guys are gonna make fun of me, but I feel like my brain is deteriorating. No, like I think when someone posts too consistently with too much of a standard voice, it's unfortunately most likely AI. White shields are essentially Cadian cadets, child teen soldiers. Would be great VA role for you. Would just do Ash Ketchum and pretend you're a 14-year-old boy. Oh my gosh, yay! Hi, Warhammer guys, could you please hire me? I will fly to the UK for you. And also stop by anything. Is there anything to do in the UK? What even is there to do in London? You know, last time I didn't get to go see any castles. I would go see a castle. You come up as a musical artist in the YouTube search. Yay! Nice! Do not go to the UK.
Well, Alice, it seems we both got autism, haven't we?
Yeah, I mean, it's actually a cool channel. I think what's really interesting about the about the AI music channels is that you can kind of generate anything, which is cool. I don't know how I feel about it as a fellow, musician. Obviously, I feel like it's a bit cheaty, but, it's interesting that you can literally generate anything. It's interesting. Interesting is, for lack of a better word. Maybe people should start making content with flawed accents that people like, which AI couldn't replicate. I'm pretty sure that's why most of the big VTubers are the way they are. Is they have the most interesting, unique voices. I haven't ever heard anyone else like Gargura. She's AI-able, but she had a very unique voice. Also, like Vebe, I'm like 99% sure the reason why she did so well because she had a very unique kind of raspy, very sexy kind of like throaty voice, hard to replicate. I believe that is also the same with Akuma Numi. I think she also has a very unique voice. She has a very unique laugh too. I also think that of Camilla, who recently collabed with Pippa, very unique. Lots of very unique voices out there. And then there's you, Dexter. Day. Stop it! Don't make that my claim to fame, man. Yeah, Pippa, quite unique. I think most of the big VTubers that make it are really unique and different and weird and not always the most pleasant to listen to, but just different, so it gets stuck in your head and you go, that was weird. I gotta go back and listen to it. It's your new cross to bear. Day! Stop! Stop it, man. Yeah, I feel like recently I've been forgetting more words. And I know, I was trying to remember something the other day. I was literally trying to remember something yesterday. Oh, I saw a picture for a... Oh god, I forgot it again. I saw a picture of a food, and you know how the Koreans and the Japanese people are currently having cultural revelations and whatever, and so some Japanese person was asking what this picture was, and it was a Mexican food, and I believe it was a... Don't tell me! The picture was of... Oh my god. Oh, Oh god, I can't remember now. Oh, I forgot it again. Oh my god, I forgot it again. It's tamales. No, it was tamales. Yeah, it was a tamale. A tamal, is that the singular of tamales? Tamales.
Congrats on having astronauts play on WPAT 9:30 AM radio yesterday in NY.
Amazing! I've been on the radio like twice. That's pretty big deal. Pretty big deal. I made it onto the radio. Beef in a handheld container, sometimes edible or really mixing it up. Anyway, it was a tamale, and then I was remembering. I was like, I remember in the movie Coco, there's a quote by abuelita or whatever, or not Mama Imelda or Mama Coco, is the other one. Whatever. One of the grandmas. There's like a line and she's like, I asked if you wanted more tamales, and I fucking knew the quote up to the last word. Like in my head, I was just going over the quote over and over again. And I was like, why can't I remember the fucking word of the thing? And it took me like 4 or 5 of me saying the quote to myself to remember what the fucking tamale was. I was like, I asked if you wanted more blank. I asked if you wanted more blank, and I couldn't fucking remember it. I'm like forgetting words, man. I'm like forgetting words, and like it's there. And then I've been catching up on the One Piece anime, and I cannot remember the blue ogre's name, which is Dory, by the way. And every time I see Dory and Broggy in the anime or in the live action or anything, I go Broggy and Doggy. I got it in the end, but I don't know. What is happening? What episode are you on? I'm at the kind of middle end of Egghead. I'm at the middle endish of Egghead where Dory and Broggy have shown up, and well, now I can't say because some people are not there. Dory and Broggy, I fucking hate you. What? Kaneko, 38-year-old, early dementia symptoms. Could just be tired or dementia. I just feel like, I don't know. It's like frustrating. I don't know what it is. I'm like, do I need to like go back and do more like work or something? I feel like I get moments of intense brain fog where half my vocabulary vanishes. I know that it is just something that happens as you age, because like as you need less words day to day. Sorry, my eye is so itchy. As you need less words day to day, you start forgetting them, or not forgetting them, like putting them back for further back storage, and then the act of remembering actively, like the act of remembering things will wake those like neurons up, so they don't become like, you know, unused and unmaintained. So I'm trying to like force myself through the moments where I forget things, but I don't like it. I don't know why it's happening. I feel like I'm not doing that much. Maybe your brain needs oxygen. Are you breathing properly? I do have sleep apnea, but I don't know if that's related. It's so scary. Read a book or two. I do read. And then I was like reading like some like shitty guide for game recently, and I was like, why am I dumb? Just how connected information is to other information. Your brain primarily functions by association. It is, but why do I feel like I'm forgetting more words? It's very upsetting to me. I don't know. Read a book that's not smut. I'm currently I have to read all tomorrow's by the end of the month. I do not have very many days. I have 10 days to finish it, but it should be fine anyway. I can read pretty fast. Like I know the words. It's just like they're not readily available as they used to be. Use it or lose it, I suppose. In a sense, it takes an effort, as you see, to maintain that sort of cognitive sharpness. And then like, man, some days on crossword, I've been doing crossword more because I've noticed myself losing words. As like mental exercise, I'm like, fuck. Sometimes I'll stare at something and I'm like, ugh. We saw your fast reading during RTS. Let's not. Okay. Yeah. I can really relate. I also get concussion today. What? You got a concussion? How'd you get a concussion? That's not something that just happens all the time. Writing essays and abstracts can help. I gotta write more. Yeah, I just gotta write more, I think. Why do you need to get it read by the end of the month? I told Dizzy that we should have a book club because I felt stupid. And she said, are we really doing this? And I said, yeah. And so I think she's already started. I gotta read it. I haven't started it yet.
Forgetting is natural.
I know, but I don't like
Aside from a need for an emotional connection, your brain is to constantly to refetch the memory for it to solidify. Your memories can also change over time.
Yeah.
It is inevitable, and the only thing that helps is repetition.
Yeah, I know it's definitely something that, like, the thing is, like, until your brain stabilizes at age 25, and I'm 23, so this is so crazy, Lamau. Until your brain is, like, your brain should be pretty sharp between, like, 23 to, like, 35, I think. That's, like, peak brain. But I think my brain is starting to do the thing where if I don't need a word, it will just archive it. I think that's what's happening. I think that's probably what's happening. Is that like I'm actually getting to the point where my brain's like, well, you never eat tamales. You know what it is. I'm just gonna put it back there for you. I'm like, I guess I know what it is. That's not how that works. No, it is kind of how it works. That's how your brain and memories work. Is like sometimes if you don't need a thing, your brain will actually just kind of shelve it further back. And then the more you actively think about it, the more you understand it and know about it, and it's more readily available. That is exactly how the brain works. And the connections are a little bit faster before, but as it kind of like matures, it is actually how the brain works. And your memory your brain will clean itself. That's the whole reason that we need REM sleep is most of the REM sleep cycles are your brain literally archiving the stuff you don't need. So like daily repetition things that you don't really need to remember, other stuff that you haven't thought about for a while. It is pretty much like that. I miss REM sleep. Yeah, recently I've started thinking about sleeping really in like a stupid fucking way, which sounds retarded, by the way. But on days where I don't sleep enough, I think to myself, well, let me just get at least one REM cycle so I can at least archive a little bit and
More
clean out
memories
the
of
junk.
time with Lumi.
Yay! Thank you, Williams BK! So I'm like, well, if I can't sleep a full 8 hours, let me at least sleep 4, and then I can stay up for 2 more hours, because I only need 4 hours of sleep to get the one REM cycle, and if I don't get the next REM cycle, well, then I might as well not sleep it at all. Duh! That's so stupid. That's so stupid. I don't know why when I started thinking like that, that's like peak girl math. Sleeping in a stupid way, like how? Like sleeping like only 4 hours. Well, I got a whole cycle. You don't need any sleep to archive. You have to... Good one. I appreciate you wanted to make yourself handicapped to appeal to YouTube chat, but maybe not. I've been sleeping really weird recently. It's partially the heat. It's okay. It's better now. You could get a CPAP machine so you're not starving your brain of oxygen. But maybe I'll get better. You know? Maybe I'll get better. Anyway. Do you not run an AC unit on? I have one. Just not in this room, which is okay. It just means it gets a little bit hot. CPAP is like the disabled vegetables in ICU get. Yeah, kind of. It just gives you more oxygen directly. So you're not. So even though you breathe badly, there's still oxygen coming in. Get a sinus
How
surgery.
can you sleep at night when you don't even know if universals exist as separate entities, or are they just nominally predicated by our minds?
I don't know! Anyway, we gotta do more stuff, chat. We gotta do more... I don't think we can get rid of... I think I need to make it through this month, next month, get the album out, finish all my stuff, and then I have one more project. I gotta start writing, because I literally feel the like fraying of the edges of my mind, and I hate it. I hate it. It's driving me insane. Is this something that people just deal with? You guys ever have this? I'm not like, am I stupid? Miss Lumi, have you thought about wearing a sleep apnea retainer? You know what? I should actually get one. That's probably a nice soft solution for every kid. You know what? I'm gonna get sleep apnea. You need to go to a sleep doctor for that, right? Don't you have to go to a doctor for that? Possibly. I double sent. That's okay. What did you say? Oh, what does FWIW mean? I have never actually. I'm looking that up. For what it's worth. Thank you. For what it's worth, I did some writing on my flight and it all came back in like half an hour, so I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be much of a trouble for you. Yeah, I think like if I'm pretty properly engaged, I'm okay, and I do start pulling things faster, but it's like I'm like constantly in a state of no brain power. Which makes sense because I'm a fucking streamer, so most of my working time is like stream of consciousness bullshit. Or playing video game. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. Like day to day, I think not that I don't really have to think that hard. I really don't have to think very hard. Like I'm just a streamer, you know. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm mostly just kind of being whatever. Bye, Bay State. Where's it going? Assalamu alaikum. I made the terrible decision to garden in this heat. Did I miss much from the yap? Yeah, I just told everyone I was fucking retarded. You missed that? I have one and it really helps me sleep better. Pulls outer jaw forward and down a bit to open your airway. Ooh, I will go look into. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. It's a good solution. Lemon tart becomes tarded. News at 11. But yeah, and what else is? But does anyone else have that, or am I just fucking advanced stupid because I'm a streamer? I think it really bothers me. It really does. I think honestly, if I were working a normal job, I wouldn't have this problem as much. I think it's legitimately because I'm a streamer, and I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I'm about to like go back to work just because I fucking hate this. I hate it. No doctor needed. They're on Amazon for $30. Oh, really? You boil some water so the plastic is malleable, and then insert it into your mouth so it fits around your teeth. Easy to do and install. Will help you sleep unless you sleep with face and pillow. Oh, thank you, Ferrari Kid. That's so helpful. Thank you. Compared to other streamers, you actually do give rather interesting topics to stimulate the mind. Plus, you do mid streams that activate the neurons. I hate it. I hate it. I think honestly, as time goes on, all streamers get dumber. The job just doesn't require that much, and it's definitely like a personality job. Like you make your personality more and more weird and fun. You do more things that are interesting. But fuck, the brain just goes. I don't need that much information day to day. I'm like the bare minimum, and I hate it. I can't keep doing this, guys. I can't. I'm literally getting dumber. We gotta change this up. I'm fucking retarded. You know, people who keep their minds sharp playing music, that's not really the same. If you're referring to like the Alzheimer's studies for music, technically, music occupies a different space in the brain. Alzheimer's, I believe, destroys one part of the brain. There's a lot of connections that dementia and Alzheimer's specifically will destroy, but music is stored somewhere else. It's almost like a muscle memory thing. So dancers, musicians who will kind of react to music, and technically the brain is sharp despite the deterioration of other things. It's not really the same. It's kind of stored differently. Yeah, you can sing even when you forget how to talk. It's in a different part of the brain, that's why. That study is not what I'm talking about. This is just general kind of... my brain is unused. You can pick a topic and do weekly learning streams, for example, evolution from the basics to advanced.
Guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen. Lumbat? Yeah. I have to do things. I need to be quizzed. I need tests. I'm not even kidding. I'm like, I hate it. I hate myself. You finish your chem homework? I think I have to. Maybe we'll put it on YouTube though. Maybe I'll just do like a day on YouTube where I do some homework, because I hate myself. I think the thing is, and this is not a humble brag or any sort of thing, I think genuinely, if I tested, I would be relatively high IQ. And that's just on grasping concepts. And I think every day where I can feel myself forgetting things, I'm like wasting my, like literally wasting my genes. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry. I'm literally wasting it. Like, I think genuinely, I don't think I'm retarded, but I can feel it happening. As it occurred, you're not forgetting things. You're inputting more information, just filling things out. I know, but I used to not have any issues at all. I hate that. I don't think people can tell how upset I am. I'm actually upset. Do you still do dailies? Yes, I do. So I've been doing the
God damn it. The thermometer shows 31
very
Celsius
hot.
right now. Not to mention we had rain the whole last week. Anyway, happy summer 33.
Happy summer! Thank you for 33 months. So I'm getting much better at the Wordle. I've been getting the connections almost every day now, which is better. I used to be really bad at, like, if we do the times dailies. I've been getting the connections every day. I'm much better at the connections. I'm like struggling in the crossword. Have your parents shown any signs? Oh, my parents are geniuses. No. My parents are complete geniuses. I don't think anyone in my family had Alzheimer's or anything. My grandpa kind of started to go a little... No, my grandpa was completely lucid to the end. My grandma, I think was... She had a little bit of like... Not dementia, but like... Just like going senile because her mood started going crazy, but she still remembered most things. And she had cancer. No, my whole family has had pretty good history. I swear it's a coin toss. No to other physicians. Subject shows signs of both PSEN1 and PSEN2 mutations. No, Grandpa was Slavic. He was just going full Slavic. You never go full Slavic. No, my grandma was going a little moody near the end. Yeah, the other one is completely fine though, and she's getting quite old. You probably need more sleep and better sleep, most likely. You don't think I'm sleeping enough? I'm sleeping like... I have the best sleep schedule in the company. I sleep usually like midnight to 7 or 8. Or like 1 to 7. Sometimes 1 to 6:45 because I go to the gym. That's sad. That's pretty good. It's about quality. Do you wake up tired? No. I wake up fine. It's probably... It's a hypoxic shit show. No, I wake up fine. I wake up fine. You were up at 2 yesterday. Yesterday, if you want the complete truth, I had like an extreme like crash. I had an extreme woman moment hormonal crash and I just died. If you want the absolute truth, is that what I died. You could see it on stream where my like it was happening in like real time. You could watch me just go from like pretty awake to nope, gone. And then I fell asleep immediately after eating. I woke up, and then I woke up a bunch of times. It was really stupid. You sound like you did some time this past month. Kill by female. Sometimes it hits you really hard. And it's really uncomfortable. You just go... I opened my car door and I was winded. It's so bad. I was telling Dizzy, I was like, fuck. I had to put my insurance card in my car and like I literally I opened the door to my car and I closed it and I was like, I can't move. I literally can't do anything. It's so bad sometimes. It's really bad. I don't think people understand. It's not just that you get moody. It's literally like I cannot move my body. I just want to I want to flop over and then just lie there, which I did. Like them people who pass out from standing too fast. Yeah, a little bit. Some days it's no, you can't do anything. Women. Maybe you're also mentally burnt out from FaceCon. I think I'm okay with that. Do you feel like you're overwhelmed with work? I don't know. Maybe, I don't know.
A total of 12 hours of biphasic sleep a day. I win Connecto
That's
5
crazy,
smile.
man. But do you want me to make the jab that I want to make, or would you like to be unscathed from this? I think I have a reason for your 12 hours of biphasic sleep. Would you like me to tell you? Or would you... How confident are you feeling today? How's your ego right now? Do it. Aren't you unemployed? I've been doing this since I was 5. I'm sorry, some of us have to wake up and go to work. I did it while employed too. Oh, okay. That's nice. How did you sleep so much? Damn. She said it. What? So how did you do it while you were employed? That's crazy. I don't have 12 extra hours. I don't have 12 extra hours to just sleep. I think he's actually Italian. Oh! Fake Bulgarian! This is crazy. Some of us have to wake up and play video. Some of us have to wake up and play video games. My shit-ass fake fucking job. I hate myself. It's fine. I'm unemployed too.
The Ferrari kid tipped $5. That sounds rough, Ms. Lumi. Anguished face emoji. If it's okay, and if it helps, hugs. People hugging emoji. Red heart emoji.
It was just one day. It's better now. It's better now. Underworking. I'm not working hard enough. This isn't even a real job. That Mediterraneans and them being allergic to work, you can't call them that. You work as real a job as anyone else though. That's enough of that. Oh, thank you. It is considerably easy. She hates human contact. Don't touch me. It's not a real job, she says, that she puts 12 hours a day into it. I have to put 12 hours a day because the rest of you work so hard. And I wouldn't deserve anyone's support if I didn't work at least a little bit harder because I have a pretty easy and enjoyable job. That's the rules, I think. You land a job that's kind of nice and it's easy and you're passionate about it. You have to work a little harder. That's fair. Fair is fair. Everyone else is out here suffering every day, dreading going into the office. I gotta put in a little extra work. Right? Not a real job. She's usually doing this shit 7 days a week. Lying lemon. I started, I was talking about my, have I told you guys about how I requested Phase Wars 3? This was a while ago. I told Sakana back in December about Phase Wars 3. And it came back up again, and I was like, ah! That's, fucking, I'm right in the dock. I'm putting my ideas down. What if you give speedrunning a try? It's quite challenging for the mind. I don't have autism like that. I don't know. I don't have autism like that. Did he talk about Phase Wars 3 recently? No, but I was, we were talking about it, and I brought up that I had an idea for Phase Wars 3 a while ago. I had an idea for Phase Wars 3 December 26, 2025, and I sent Sakana a whole spiel. I said we should do ships, and we can be the Navy versus pirates versus like the East India Trading Company, and we can have a map like Slay the Spire, and we can advance on the map, and we can have smaller teams of voluntary players, and each team can send out 2 players per thing, and we can have like people can help us by like cannonballing the enemy, and then we can have like this and this, and then it could be run like this, and then some and if you want to tie it into FazeCon, you can do this. Are you really sure you're not autistic? I think I just really like doing the ideas thing. Anyway, it came up again, and I discovered that I had an ally in it. So now we will both be pushing Phase Wars. Because last time I brought it up, Sakana said, well, I'm just really swamped with the FazeCon planning, so we'll think about it. It's now or never, Sakana! We're doing it now! My ideas are going! Community Halo Trust. Was it Pippa? She likes the boats? No, it's a staff. It's a staff member. We need a dunk tank in next year's FazeCon. Isn't that incredibly unhygienic? What planet you only started 4 months ago? No, he had more stuff. Any games you had in mind? I told him, I was like, I'll find the games for you. I'll literally do everything. I will do this. And then I had like and then I was like, we can make a gambling betting system for the viewers, and then we can do this. And then I was like, look, you want to run it at FazeCon? You can have people sign into teams at registration, and then everyone can participate a little bit, and then even the people at home won't feel left out from FazeCon. I'm a fucking genius, man. I'm a genius. Then you can drag Dizzy into the war. I'm a genius. Does Pippa even know what the East India Company is? She probably does. Maybe. Yeah, and then we can have like, and then if you land on the map, you can like have like bonuses or maybe setbacks. Like if you're too far ahead, maybe you crash into like a ship siren or something. I don't know. I got ideas.
Kaneko 5 chili flit heart.
Hi, Simbat Amber Cloud. Thanks for 5 months. You're literally just pitching the Honor Faction mechanic. Okay, dude. Yeah, but with girls.
East Indian Company, looks inside, British debt.
It's only unhygienic if you let multiple people in set tank. You just put Fishman in and let the fans try to dunk him for $1 a ball. That's too cheap. He's our boss. I don't need him to get hypothermia. I need his wallet. Yeah, it's been a while since I tried to run an event, so.
Lumi,
I mean, I won't be running it,
Phases'
but
greatest
putting
team
all the
builder.
ideas.
Thanks for another month.
Thank you for the smile. Phase's biggest annoyance. Hey guys! Let's run an event! You put me, Dizzy, and Hime in a room. And you just have the worst people that you've ever met. Because we're constantly like, oh, but what if we do this? Awesome! Next event! So bad. But I love doing it. A very Chinese time in our lives, are we? But wait, how's that Chinese? Sounds like Fishman's Nightmare. Hey, Sakana, I have an idea. I think it's awesome to have people who have some event ideas to stimulate everyone. Yeah, the road trip was also mine. I'm glad that did pretty well. It seemed like people liked it. It was like a smaller thing, but it's kind of cute. Summer camp's still one of the favorites. Yeah, this was supposed to be my summer camp idea. Instead of summer camp, it was supposed to be like boat week this time. Like, cause you can't do summer camp again just the same way. So I was like, okay, we'll make it on boats. But then I was like, well, we might as well just make it phase where he's at. It's not like he's good for anything else besides the wallet. No, he's a nice guy with business sense. Anyway, I have thoughts. Yeah, it was like a phase cruise. And then we could have like cute outfits. Project Pit with Lumi, Irie, Dizzy, Hime. Fishman sits tied up and has to listen. The worst part is, and I think this might just be a man thing. Like, does this just happen to men? Because like, Sakana will pay attention for about 15 minutes. And then he's like, okay, next thing, I'm tired. I don't want to listen to this anymore. And I'm like, oh, man. Like, you pretty much have to elevator pitch every single time. If you don't get it in the first 15 minutes, he's like, I'm not listening anymore. And it might be a good idea, but he's done. Like, mentally, he's not there anymore. That's just anyone. Yeah, you kind of got to really... I guess that's why the elevator pitch makes sense. You got to go in, put everything there on the table. Strongest points first. You start strong. You have a strong middle, you have a strong end, and then you fail! We allocated less than 100% of concentration, but some is still there. He like doesn't... Yes, women do over-explain. Like, I'll get like the meat of it out in 5 minutes, and then I just start rambling, and then I'm like, and then what about this? And then what about this? And then this? And then we can do this. Yeah. True. Short and concise should suffice. You like people watching, sit on a branch and listen to two bros talk and notice how they will cover 400 topics in the span of 30 minutes? Yeah. I feel like girls sometimes will just go over again and over and over. It's fine. It's big. How is your day energy from the wife when you just want to relax afterward? Do you get that a lot? You worked actual jobs. You should know better than to do this. Well, Sakana seems like, I don't know, he's just too approachable. I should treat him more like my boss in that. Yeah, let me get I have to write all my shit down. I've been kind of out of it. My friends and I will either cover 400 topics in 30 minutes or one topic in 6 hours, depending. Yeah. Anyway, so pitching ideas again. I need to do more thinking because I am mad at myself. We have to do more thinking. We actually have to like actually really think about stuff. It's very frustrating. I don't have to think at this shitty job. And it's awful. It's so bad. Help me. Help me! I remember how he called Irie the most annoying member back in the day because of her being off topic usually. You know what was really sweet is I actually consider myself to be one of the biggest naggers in FaZe Connect, I will nag nonstop. I need something, I will poke. And because I think you can tell this is what happens when you have worked a real job and you know what it is to chase on projects. I chase projects. I know how to do that. I will do it, and I will check in daily, weekly, monthly. I send the invaders a monthly note to record covers. I will poke people bi-weekly on projects. I will poke other people daily. It happens a lot. But you know what was really cute was, like, I had the unfortunate news about my solo at FaZeCon. Irie DM'd me, she's so sweet, and she was like, do you need me to nag Sakana for you? I will do it. And I was like, aw, we're the same. Aw, Irie. Cute. Sounds like my PM. I have been an unofficial. I have done the work for PM before. Slightly less officially. But I know how to chase, man. I think you and Hime are the only ones to get your money's worth out of Fishman. I tell people all the time, man. I tell people all the time, and I probably shouldn't say this, but I mean, I think if you work in a corp, you get a lot from it, which is great. But you know, like, everyone knows how corps work. They take a cut of your money. I gotta get that money's worth out. And I don't think that's crazy at all. I give Sakana a cut. I deserve that cut worth of effort. That's fair. Fair's fair, man. And I think some people won't. I don't know why. I think that's how it's supposed to be. And it's not in just monetary sense. Like, lots of it is just coming from FaZe. It's all fine. But like, fuck. Man, like, we do the work every day. We're entitled to at least a little bit. Basically, it's reciprocal. It shouldn't just be like, oh well, I work here and that's the agreement. No, grow up. Girls will feel too bad taking advantage when you have male brain. Where you go, it's okay. Yeah, it's like, this is fair, and I do stuff for FaZe, and lots of my arguments, or not arguments, lots of my pitches to Sakana are like, this is good for FaZe because it brings this type of audience, it brings this kind of attention, it does this and this. So yeah, I get it. It's literally his job. The money's going to a great cause. Jelly tweeted about how much she appreciates American Tylenol. Yeah. In Japan, I had American Tylenol and I left it with Jelly. I think they don't get the. Maybe they're not allowed to have the. It was just a 400 milligram ibuprofen, like an extra strong ibuprofen or something that I don't think that's a common thing elsewhere. Maybe it's just a US thing. You just have corporal brain. It's a positive. I do have corporal brain. Worst they can say is no. Yeah, worst they can say is no. Probably a purity thing. I learned lots of things about Awawa land, man. It's basically dropping a nuke on that side of the world. I had fucking 800 milligram pills at one point. Like a 600 mg one. No, I just had 400s. I only bring 400s. We have 800 and 1200. We went over this already. We do. But I only had the 400, and it's pretty good. Yeah. Maybe it's just not OTC or something. Well, I think we looked it up. You can't buy over 200 on Amazon, but you can buy it in CVS and stuff. Just take 2. Maybe it's faster acting? I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, smuggled some Tylenol over to Jelly. Living like Liz from Left 4 Dead when we wanted to talk about pills. I can buy 400 on Amazon? Oh, maybe I'm just stupid. We also have that. We for some time were able to buy fucking codeine without a script. What? Crazy. Also, you can do that in Canada. There's one Canadian cough medicine that I really like. That the Buckley's. I love that shit. It works every time. That's not available in the US. So actually, when we were all going to Japan, I was like, Sakana, can you bring me Buckley's? Because I literally can't buy that in America. I need the Buckley's, please. I need that. It's really good. It works so well. You take Buckley's, you pass out, you wake up, and you're fixed. It's crazy. What is that? Buckley's is it's like a Canadian cough syrup. It's really fast acting. I don't know why. It works every time. It tastes bad, but it works. Speaking of phase things, when does phase D&D happening? We're trying. We're trying. We're trying. We're trying. One of the new hires to Phase Connect. I remember one big reason why we were like, we need her in Phase Connect 100%. We must take her in, was because she knew how to DM for D&D. Yeah, Mina. We were like, we have to hire her. She has to be in the company. She knows how to do this. True DM for life. Recently, we brought it up again, and she was like, "Don't worry, I'm here." And I was like, "Yes." She knows how to DM. She can be dungeon master. We were struggling for years because we were like, well, we need to get a female DM, but it has to be someone who can put up with our antics. No, she was a really great hire, but also it was like, and she can do this. Has to be someone who can actually do it with us, man. Being a DM is tough. That explains her lore fortitude. Yeah, she even has the voice for it. She's great. She's really great. She's so lovely. Yeah. So you're saying it's only a matter of time. Hopefully we can get it off the ground finally. D&D talk of years ago is one step closer to actually happening. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Her dad was into Warhammer. What? I'm so jealous, man. I don't know. Can I get my dad into these things? I was hoping you lot would convince Yabbit to DM. I think that's a lot. That's asking like a lot. Has she ever DM'd before? I don't think. Let's not. Let's not do that. That seems stupid. You're kind of asking. You're like baiting your own. What is it? What is the phrase? You're asking for disappointment here? You think the DM part is why the campaign has not have it, and not that having 4 talents to consistently collab schedule is a nightmare. It would be a one-shot. We would do a one-shot. She tried joining groups with nothing more than that. It's really hard being a DM. You have to know a lot of the rules. And you also have to be like the one who's constantly managing. It seems kind of tough, man. I don't think we would push any new person to do that. DM can't be chaotic. DM is also always the voice of order. I guess. My group's DM's also female and can wrangle us insane current and former machinists? I'll learn the rules and DM. Pass me the voice changer. No! No males! Gross! Having to balance the fact that you're playing with girls and an audience of real autists won't be an easy balancing act. Yeah, I think it's a lot of stress. I wouldn't put Pippa under that, I think. Especially because I don't think she's done it before. I think you need someone experienced at least. It's just a lot. Rooney could be good. Has she played D&D? Not really hard. One of the rule systems they'd play are rules
If you
heavy.
do phase D&D, please do it pre-recorded as an event.
Oh.
People would be disappointed if it was a stream and everyone would be begging for it to be continued and constantly bring it up.
That's kind of a good idea, actually. Yeah, maybe we should do that. I don't know. Okay. I agree. No need to involve a live chat. That's kind of clever. We should really consider that. No harm in it, right? There's no harm in a live premiere if you had to. Yeah, no harm in it. Pre-recorded is way better. If you can speak English, would be nice. Okay. No, we will only be speaking Chinese for the phase D&D. Notably, the only participants of phase D&D do not speak Chinese. I don't think any of the Chinese-speaking talents are interested in D&D. I don't know. What's your no, stop it! Honestly, you could do a Halloween one-shot and have merch to go with it. I think our events are planned out, man. I don't think we can add anything else. We've been planning our events out earlier and earlier these days. The rest of the year is pretty much booked. Next year, buddy. Next year, maybe we can do D&D, but it's amazing cultivator sim. Are there Chinese like tabletop RPGs or anything? Phase Wars 3 prep for 2027. Yes, Phase Wars is literally being planned for 2027. Yes. We can't fit anything else in there. It's too much. We have way too much shit. You know, con season has only just begun, right? I feel like after FazeCon, everyone forgot. But we are still attending like 3 or 4 cons. Or 4 or 5. Or, you know, we're still attending more cons. It has only just begun. The summer has not even started yet. FaceCon's over, so other cons are not real. Still got so much shit to do. What other cons besides Offkai? I'm pretty sure we're doing 3 US ones and Vexpo. Or maybe 2 US ones and Vexpo for sure. Isn't it mostly just Saga? I mean, everyone shows up. Home at Trist. Yeah, maybe home at again. I don't care about cons unless I can meet you. I'm usually at the booths. Yeah. Are you gonna ease up with them compared to normal? No, regular con schedule. Poor Sakana. Awa Hopium. I don't know. I think most of the cons we've been to generally like us, so they don't mind if we come back. So maybe I don't know. Regular con schedule. If you're at Offkai, I might go. We will probably be at the booth. I think Offkai is already announced. Maybe, possibly. Speaking of merch, can I have a question? How come your FaceCon standee and advertisement of you had the drums? I thought you played the piano. I was so confused when I saw it. They always give me the cool role. That's just what it is. They like to make me the outgoing type. You know what I mean? Drummers are cool. I feel like they were like, well, we need one more musician, and Lumi is kind of like a loud color, so we'll put her on drums. Yeah, but but they always, it's like artists. I talked about this, I think, recently, where artists look at my face and my hair and my boobs, and they go, oh, she's the outgoing type, so she's the rapper, the sexy one, the drummer, the loud one, the extrovert. Yeah, so we talked about this. It's pretty much what it is. They always make me look like that. Fine. Rappers, she's the bassist perhaps. I actually do know how to play the drums. I'm not the best, but yeah, I can definitely do it. As a drummer, we're the most introverted. You're a drummer? I feel like I've only ever met cool drummers. Like, anytime I met a drummer, they were usually, like, pretty cool and, like, kind of confident and stuff. Are you sure? The bassist is the introvert, no? Drummer has to be loud, man. Are you sure? Bassists are the most introverted by far. I think bassist is the most introverted. Every bassist I've ever met was introverted. And also, they had to be made to learn the bass for some reason. Bassists are short bus kids. I really like the bass, actually, personally. I think it's really nice. I love how it sounds, but... yeah, drummers are loud and retarded, kind of. They're always really loud and, like, outgoing and... attention disorder. Yeah, pretty much like in school. If you played an instrument... if you wanted to play an instrument, but you were kind of dumb, they would stick you in the drum line, because then you could be dumb and still make music. That's what I always had, or my experience. Like, in band, right? I was not in band, but all the drummers were, like, loud kids who could just make noise and stuff. That's so fucked. That's what it is! Just get your energy out. Yeah! How about cymbal guys? They put the girl drummers on it. So why didn't I get stuck in drumline? Did you want to? They were super hard to play at a high level. Yeah. It was honestly really cool. Sometimes when the drum line was out and you could, like, watch them actually do stuff properly, it was very, very cool. They were very cool. People don't expect smart on drums. Yeah, I think I just get stereotyped really hard. We need to start including notes for my references. Haughty, character, princess type, slender. Drummers have to have crazy internal rhythm. You can kind of build it up. You can build it. Probably fine. Cold, frigid. Cold, frigid. Ice queen. type. Were you rushing or dragging? So you do know the difference. That's from that movie, right? Brat? No, you can't include brat because then they take that as like too outgoing too. What do you mean stereotype? You lean into all the stereotypes for content, huh? I literally don't. I literally don't. That's not true. I don't lean into any of the stereotypes, man. Just go with anime Russian. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna note that right now. That's a really good one, actually. At Aiko. Wait. At Aiko. Next, for future art references, can you include in my include some text? Make it more obvious what my personality is. Russian character. I think this will really help. Also, cold. And what else? You're too willing to lean into the dumb blonde stereotype. I don't know if that's true. And not retarded. Stop. Not retarded. Nerd. Introvert? But introvert doesn't really work, I think. Nerd is fitting. Mafia princess? Anime Russian mafia princess. Anime Russian mafia princess. Nerd? You think nerd is gonna work? But then we'll just get a bunch of like shy pictures. And I don't think that's true either. I don't think that works either because I'm not actually shy. Nerd doesn't work because JP's stereotype of nerd is is like quiet, reserved, and I'm not actually shy. You don't lean into stereotypes when arguing or trying to make a point, otherwise it's all for content. Maybe I just am a dumb blonde. How easy does a cervix translate? Not well! Dexter, but woman. Hateful? What about hateful? Is there a Japanese thing for hateful? Maybe we just go with this. Aristocratic, reformed Tom. That's not gonna. Villainous! Villainous. That's good, that's good. I think that'll really help them understand how to draw me correctly. Okay, wonderful. We'll go with that. Okay. Anime Russian mafia princess villainous. Good. Evil woman. Kusagaki sums it up. No, I don't want to be Kusagaki because that deletes too many parts of my personality. It deletes like half of my personality, man. You gotta include the cold. The East Coast elitist is like the biggest part of my personality. It's like #1 East Coast elitist. And then everything else, you know? It's like the biggest factor for how I am. You can't not have that. So you have to have Russian mafia princess. Russian mafia princess. It's great. Okay, wonderful. I like it. Mafia boss wife? No, I'm not very commanding, so it doesn't really work. I'm not commanding. What's the name card looking like so far? I think we're just going Russian mafia princess. Yeah, I think that's the best. Because I'm not a very competent villainess either. I can't wait for the crash out in 3 months' time when they're getting it wrong again. Nobody understands me. I wonder what they do with the Boston, New York angle. I think JP artists only understand one type of American, and that's USA, USA, and that's it. So you just get a very American. But I think that has to be reserved for Ember. That's not me. So it doesn't usually work. The serious military officer woman with glasses that underestimates the protagonist. But that's not true either, right? Again, most of these things delete like half of my personality. It's very hard to encapsulate, because it's definitely like you need the diminutive form. Like it can't be like an authoritative woman figure. It can't be queen or like wife or like officer, because that's too in command, and I'm not like that. I'm definitely a diminutive form, so it has to be like a tier lower, like princess, or like something with a little bit more attitude. And then, like I'm not completely cold either. Sometimes I'm kind of animated. So then you can't just go, well, she's a cold, icy princess, like ice bitch. That doesn't work either. Didn't you say you're more lieutenant than the boss? Yeah, I would never be a boss. I would never be a boss. A sassy viscountess? That's the same thing! So yeah, we'll just go Russian mafia princess. I think that works. Yeah, hateful girl without a root. 15th in line princess. Ember should tell her fans to not to desecrate Old Glory, our flag, with an anime character. Old Glory? That's our flag name? I didn't know that. I'm so sorry. Okay, I don't, you know what? In my defense, I don't really think they tell us that as hard. Is that, what? When's the last, you didn't know that? Why the fuck would I know that? Unironically. If you had white hair like you originally wanted, you'd probably get closer to your personality. I know! It's not even ironic, man. I literally picked the perfect colors for myself when I started, which was white, purple, and red. And I think that really would have made for a really compelling read on my personality. Was like white, purple, red. It's too late now. Next outfit, white hair dress. No, we're not gonna change it. It's too annoying. I didn't know that it had a name. How'd you end up a lemon? When I joined my old company, I was the second to last hire. I was the second to last hire in my old company. And they had already gotten 2 white-haired characters. And so I came in, I sent them my drafts. I said I would like to be white hair with purple eyes. Like platinum blonde. Not platinum blonde, just straight up white hair, purple eyes. And then they said, well, no.
Just change your hair to white.
I can't.
At your age, it happens anyway.
It's too annoying. Did you not learn about that in school? Nope. No, I didn't. I have never heard that name. I mean, it makes sense. White hair with purple and red outfit. Are you trying to kill me? Yeah, I was gonna be white hair, purple eyes, red outfit. Slowly becoming blue. Could have been blue turn white and then blonde turn blue. Then evil debut to swap the blue to red. Like Mia, but a Mina bird. I was gonna be a little alien. The concept was the same. I was like a little alien researcher. And I wanted to learn everything about the planet, which is kind of the same. But then they were like, well, we have 2 white-haired characters, so can you be blonde? And I was like, okay, I guess I'll be a thief. That's fine. And then what happened was Leah debuted a month before I did. I watched her debut and I was like, fuck, that's literally me. And now Leah has whiter hair. So funny how that works out. Leah's the one who went fucking platinum, and I retained the blonde. Which is crazy. She probably also wanted to have white hair too. It's funny how that works out, isn't it? I got you good. Yeah. Is Leah still a thief? No, but we were pretty much the exact same character. We're both blonde thief from kind of space, with huge boobs. That was the exact. We had the exact same character. It was very funny. And now we're pretty different. A majority of people in this company wanted white hair. Everyone wants white hair, man. It's just the most fun hair color. But Lumi having light, shiny hair fits the name. Yeah, it kind of fit. Anyway, I learned so much of FaceCon about VTubers. I was talking to a random person for a few hours who ended up being a CEO of another company. Which company? I like your shade of blonde. I think the blonde really fits my personality at the end of the day, so I don't want to change it, but it does lead to some annoying stereotypes. So, it's okay. It fits. It's fine. It's good. Yay. What CEO? I'm so curious. Senbei? What was he CEO of? SVP? Wait, Flork? No. Oh, SVP is different. Sorry, there's Socks Agency and Stellarverse. Doesn't SVP refer to both? Socks VTuber Agency? Aren't they also called SVA? Aren't they both SVA? Am I stupid? They're both SVA. There's SVA and Socks are SVAQ. What is Q? There's Socks VTuber Company and Stellar Vars Pro. Oh, SVP. SVA. That's very close. Okay. SVP and SVA. Got it. I know SCP, not SCP. Okay, you met the SVP guy. Okay. That's cool. Was he scouting it out to do his own content? He just sent the message. Okay. SV Pro. No, I think, yeah. Stellarverse Pro. I know nothing. That's pretty cool. Huh. Maybe we'll see a Stellarverse Pro thing. Doing market research. Sakuna did go to a bunch of Hololive things to do market research. He was like, I remember he watched a concert and he was like, guys, we gotta do this. This was awesome. And we're like, okay. That's been the plan since day one, man. He would have gone regardless. Yeah, for his OC. In 5 years, they'll have their own con at the same hotel. Once we move out of the hotel, they can take it. That's just the VTuber hotel from now on. They gotta get their own VTuber mascot at this point. Like, at this point, that's that Hyatt should just have a mascot, right? They just did so much VTuber shit. Isn't that also why you guys had such a big showing at Vexpo? Market research? No, it was just that Vexpo was new, and so they wanted as much as possible, and so we were allowed to do a little more. He actually came to find me because I was Urfagang. I even asked him a question before I left, and he found me the next morning and told me that question was bugging him all night, and he had to find me and give me an answer. Wow, it definitely sounds like a fucking VTuber CEO. Yeah, a little bit special. Wow. Hyatt VTuber. Venue-chan is real and will hurt you. Anyway, today we've been yapping. Today we start the last myth section. It has been like 8 months. Let's go over here. We are at the end. Oh, and I did have to say I do have to I think I'm gonna end a little bit early if you guys don't mind, because I'm still dealing with the electrician issue. It has been 2 weeks for this electrician thing, but last week was fucking FaZe-Con, and so I couldn't do anything. Still doing okay. Can we end now? No, kill yourself. I hate you. So not will you make it up later? Nope. No, I will not. I will not make it up later. But thanks for asking. No worries. Try not to get electrocuted. She hates us! Time to play some electrician sim and do it yourself. No, I'm not gonna do it myself, actually. BFME2 tomorrow? Yes! BFME2 tomorrow. She'll never pay the stream debt. Shut up, I streamed too much already. You guys are already struggling to keep up with the VODs. You can't even watch the whole stream. Why do you want more? You don't need any more. There's already too much. What's the fucking point of continuing the stream then if you're just ending early? Oh my god, it's by like fucking like 20 minutes. Why even stream another 3 hours if you're just gonna end early, Kaneko Lumi? Oh, my bad. Let's just end now. No, you're right. Let's just end right now. Who fucking cares? Stupid. Idiot. I barely pay attention, but will complain anyways. See? Look at this guy. At least he's honest. At least this one's honest. Hi, TS Bacon. It's Myth Day. It's Myth Day. I've had my special interest badge out the whole time. It's Myth fucking Day. And we are at the end. Let me look at my glorious sheet. 1 second. We didn't draw schizo lines. We're gonna have to do that. Because otherwise we forget. It's Robin Hood, yes? No! Though I heard the tree recently died. I saw that on the internets. And it was very sad. Alright, here. Wait, okay. Do this. Make a little bigger. Alright. Ta-da! My glorious charts! Live Lumi on the 4th monitor, Lumi bot on the 3rd, Lumi cover on the 2nd, Lumi clips on the 1st. Never enough Lumi! We're almost there! We are almost done! I have almost made it all the way through. Need more schizo lines? Yeah, we need to draw more. End of myths and ending early. I don't think we'll finish today. I think this last one is a little tough. I don't really expect to finish today. Is there like an Arthurian, oh my god, Arthurian myth playlist? Yeah, Tainted Grail. Easy. We need to define what to... Oh my god, he came so prepared. Arthur the myth goes from 5th to 12th century through Welsh myth into Malmesbury and Monmouth in the 12th century. After that, it gets expanded by Romance writers in France. In the second phase, you get much you would recognize: Camelot, Lancelot, Tristan the Round Table, Gawain, and the Green Knight, Morgana, and so on. However, this is not really myth, in that it was not treated as reality. It was entertainment. Do you want the myth, the romance, or both? We can build it up. We can build it up chronologically. Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. Yep, okay. Sorry, I heard some English names and tuned out. Can you retype that? Are you not English, Lost? Are you not English? Are you French? Or something? We're just not even acknowledging the Type Moon evolutions of Arthurian mythos once we get to the modern era. We have never once recognized anything from Japan except for like straight up Shintoism. I am Russian, you bitch. How do you survive down there? Are you sure you're Russian? How do you live? Wait, what? Are you sure? How did you adapt? He's too fragile to be drafted. He can't be drafted! How do you live down there? Not one of my family lives south of the equator, even near. How are you avoiding commissars? There's no draft in Russia. He's not... Russians love Florida, not my family! We hate it. BGM is still on? No, it's off. He's too fat for the draft. Guys, we're not talking to Overlord. Guys, you don't even know who I'm responding to. Guys? Oh, who? That's so fucking... Guys, I was responding to Lost. See, you didn't even know! That's so funny. Please stop mixing your Russians. I know that there are like 4, and it's very hard. We're not responding to Overlord at all. They all look the same. No, they don't! No, they don't! No, they don't! No, they literally don't! Lost isn't Russian, though. I thought he was NYC. He's Floridian! What the fuck? You can be ethnically Russian and live in the US, guys? Guys? Hello? Hello?
New viewer here. Who's the bald chatter since you were on the topic of the overweight chatter overlord?
Hello? You are watching a streamer who lives in America? But may not be ethnically American? Why is this so hard to grasp? Are you guys okay? Are you okay? Hello, Lumi. Hello? Are you guys okay? Civic nationalists cannot comprehend. What the fuck? You guys are dumb today. And let me move these. This playlist is so cool still. Alright. Nice. Why the hell is he in Florida? He's getting to us. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I literally can't survive down there. I hate it so much. I just can't do it. Alright, since this is a no gods kind of thing, we just start with Arthur. Do people forget Russian is an ethnicity? Yeah, I guess so, which is weird considering. It's pretty weird considering who you're watching and all that, but it's okay. We'll pretend. We start with Uther and Merlin. Uther Pendragon! Uther! Not true, there is a god. Merlin got baptized. Oh.
SMH my goomies, and here I thought we are perfectly racial and culturally profiling each other so we know what slurs to throw. I am sad now.
You're ethnically blonde. Thank you. Russian is not ethnicity. You can literally have Asian Russians. That's true. That's true. Yeah. Siberia is a thing. Pretty weird since Chad is watching a Chinese Bulgarian streamer. I'm basically Kazakh. Flips hair. I just want to say that again. I was a Kazakaboo first, before the entire internet found the beautiful Kazakh woman, just want to say that I liked Kazakhstan way before the rest of you guys, okay? I was a fan for years. You don't even deserve her. I am the first fan.
I'm obviously watching Cartoon Network and Dexter's Laboratory is on.
Dede, we are doing the mix now. Ever since Stalin said, shut up, you don't need to know that. You don't need to know that. She's ethnically European Russian. Yeah, the north part of Kazakhstan is all Russians. Oh my god, it's just too good. She's a fan of the Borat Nation. I've always got so upset. I think growing up in that area, you kind of know that Kazakhstan is not like that. So when Borat gets pulled up at like for anything, I'm always like, but he's not. But it's not even like a good. But Kazakhstan isn't even like that. I got confused for years, actually. I dated one in college. You were still behind the times. That's true. I'm only 23 and you are like 40. No, you're right. You're right. No, you're ahead of me by decades, actually. Good job, last. I always got upset though. I was like, it is not like that. It's a steppe country. It's got mountains. My wife, very nice. Isn't Borat in New York? Shut up, man. Poor Lost. 23 plus 10. When Lumi was watching Borat age 4. Is she old shaming us? No. Okay, Uther Pendragon. Yeah, I watched this long ass video about the truth of Arthur and who he was. And it is highly contested. This guy did a whole like video essay looking for the origins of Arthur. It's kind of cool. It is bullshit. I did Kay in the Castle bit the first time and I got my own office at work. Wait, what? What did you do? What did you do? Awesome. Congratulations. Yeah, how do you survive, man? Why choose to live there of all places? Do you miss the snow? Do you travel back? Do you go and see snow sometimes? It's not really known. It's vaguely known since it was Welsh oral tradition for centuries. Yes. Yeah, okay. Uther Pendragon. Oh, it's from Borat. Oh, I haven't seen that movie in a while. I only know some of the bits. He didn't exist, or might have existed, or might have been multiple different people condensed. Yes. Yeah, it's a little hard. King Arthur. Monotheistic. Myth? Legend? Who knows? Everyone knows Arthur Mislumi. He's the art bike. I like this song so much. I do. Yeah. I like going home just so I can see the snow. That's why every winter I have to go home. I get really depressed. I get really depressed if I don't see all 4 seasons. I don't understand how anyone can live near the equator. My mom literally said, she's like, yeah, places where the earth doesn't like rest are cursed. We don't believe in the equator. It's like ungodly. If there's no rest period for the earth, how can it be normal? It's sick. We need snow. We hate South America. They actually have snow in South America, man. What the fuck do you mean? Sorry. If you don't have snow, you're not a real human person. Your mother sounds very interesting. Yes. Heretic. Perfect for you who never sleeps. The Andes exist. They get snow in South America. It's just slightly reversed, kind of. Some parts. The north of the country is so bad. It's a damp, hot shithole. Yeah. Yeah, we believe in seasons. I don't think I could live anywhere without seasons, and I get really sad without snow. I have to go ski all the time. That's why she hates San Francisco. I don't like California, and I could never live there. I would just get so sad. Winter is the best. All the bugs are dead. Olive trees don't produce, and nobody asks you to go anywhere. Well, I recently have started to think maybe I should ski more. So I'm gonna start asking to go places. What about North Cali? I could never live in California. I think you can't take me out of the snow. I need to be frozen. I need to be like cold. I can't do it. I was just not built for it. Used to live in Florida, not having seasons sucks so much. I can't do it, man. Okay, Uther is he Arthur's dad? Uther was a legendary king of the Britons. King of the Britons. Maybe we should define what we are talking about too. Maybe we should say what the Britons are. Maybe we should say what the Britons are. I think snow is also always quaint and neat. The ice in her veins must freeze over at least once a year. I must have snow, right? I'm so upset. Did you know that he is the son of Constantine III? Who is a real person? Wow, okay. Pre-Anglo-Saxons. I am born and raised Florida, moved to Appalachia, couldn't deal with the heat anymore. It's just not right to live there, man. It's not right to live there. Is there any proof that people... No, this is absolutely not scientific. Do people in hot climates live longer or shorter? Ah! They live shorter. Maybe that's what my mom's talking about. She's like, if you have no rest period and you're constantly on growth cycles, you probably exhaust all of your cells faster. But it might just be stress related. The cold preserves you. Yeah, you have like time to actually rest. It's the same as sleeping. Maybe you get more... Is cancer more prevalent along the equator? I can't spell. No, not really. Lower in... Some cancers are lower in equatorial regions and higher in high latitude countries. Interesting. Depends on the type of cancer. Okay. More sunlight, more skin cancer maybe? I don't think so. The aging thing is actually... A University of Southern California study found that older adults living in neighborhoods with over 140 days a year above 90 degrees Fahrenheit experienced advanced epigenetic aging. Cellular stress. I guess. Just too much heat. So what origin for Arthur are we gonna go with? The one where Uther slept with his enemy's wife while magically disguised as the Duke? I don't know. Legend of King Arthur. I think this one's kind of hard. We might have to have multiple versions. I mean, anything that has to do with the British Isles is just kind of a fucking mess. So we don't have to... We can do multiple versions, I think. As long as let's get the characters down. I think MS is a disease. I remember having strong latitude dependency. Really? Gradient. Whoa! Really? Interesting. I wonder why. Huh. Yeah, it does. Multiple sclerosis, well-established epidemiological observation that the prevalence and incidence of MS increases significantly the further a population lives from the equator. Oh. But it's further. It gets worse with higher latitude due to lower lifetime exposure to UV. Whoa. It's literally lack of sun. It's a lack of sun. There are 1 to 3 versions of the characters: the Welsh, the English, and the Romance. Let's start with the original. I think the origins are Welsh. King Arthur, Welsh origins. They told us the association exists in medical school, never explained why. Vitamin D deficiency? I'm not sure, actually. Wiki breaks it down to level of patronuses in countries by Japan, Italy, Corsica, a place in... The blue zones are almost entirely... I don't think the blue zone thing really works. The blue zone thing is almost entirely like a social, cultural thing. It's very interesting. All of the blue zones, they quote-unquote eat healthy, but the other major factor that they found in the blue zones was not food specifically. It was regular active lifestyle and active social circles in advanced age. So the thing that keeps old people alive the longest is like mental stimulation, talking to friends, actually walking and like exercising, and having something to live for. I think that's what they found, that all of these people like that live longer in blue zones, they usually have better like social circles. So like instead of retirement homes, they live with family, they're still helping out, they have friends. Like after they lose a loved one, like if they lose their partner, they'll remarry. That's a big factor, is just having more things to live for. Because like people will just die if there's nothing else, right? Having something to live for really, really helps you out. Community support is massive. Yeah, it's one of the biggest things that they found in blue zones. It's like zones like, yeah, Japan is a big one. Italy in the mountains. A lot of these places are like a little bit more removed from modern like big cities. So a lot less retirement homes, a lot less screen time, like less constant stress, because in these areas like you go to work, you come home, and then you just relax. But in like the modern world, in our current like cities and lifestyles, we're like stressed all the time, not even like actively. It's like you'll come home, you'll read the news, and then you're stressed because of like global whatever happenings. But in some of these areas, they don't even know what's going on, and they're just living their own lives. They don't have that constant pressure. We're very similar to fucking swans in regards to partners. Many will die from heartbreak. Yeah! Yes, many people die from heartbreak. You just don't have anything to live for anymore. It's like, it's really tough. One of the blue zones was right next to LA. I think it's a lot of social stuff though. They work like half the day, spend the rest of the day winding down at their own leisure. And they have like family, and they have and friends and things. My grandma is still very healthy and lucid. She is getting pretty old, but completely healthy. Just lots of friends. My only source of stress and rising cortisols is Kanagalabi. Oh no. Lomo Linda? What was the secret of Lomo Linda? Blue zone? Wait, blue zone significance. Only blue zone in the United States, where there is a high concentration of Seventh-day Adventists that live roughly 7 to 10 years longer than the average American. It's because of their healthy lifestyle, guys. What about the Amish? They probably live pretty long. My grandma thankfully does like 30 to 40 minutes of sport a day. My grandma's very sporty. The blue zones belong to a brotherhood of Nod! K-Lives! And low cortisol. Yeah, there's like a lot of... It's like stress, social factors, and having things to live for. Yeah, blue zone shit is pretty much just live healthy. Don't live unhealthy. Have a life. One of my grandfathers lost their lucidity, and that was due to a stroke rather than dementia. Oh. Yeah, most of my 2 dead grandfathers were killed. But the other grandparents that I had were all very healthy and normal. You know, sucks to suck. It happens. My great-grandfather used to ride his bicycle around town to visit the other old people in a town up to the age of 100. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, communism happens. They should have lived in blue zones. No, unfortunately. I believe you would... No, not a red zone. I was gonna say it. The color of people's blood is red. Very sad. Anyway, I need the lore. Killed? Yeah. You don't have murdered grandparents? Very lucky, are you? I think most people have at least one murdered family member. Right? Or just killed. Most people must have at least one murdered family member. My great-grandparents accidentally avoided KGB. I have a funny story about that. What? Law for bait. I think ours did the murdering. Oh. Are we talking about commies? Yeah, or just anything. I mean, there were so many wars, like, in the 1900s. You gotta have at least some family that maybe died. Family, friends by cartel drive-by. Oh no, that's awful, man. Oh no, that's awful. My grandparents lived through Mao. Ugh. Regarding blue zones, a lot of them were found to be fake, mostly because they are remote, so it's easy to falsify records for pension payments. In Japan, there were a couple investigations into them. Interesting. Oh, mine survived. That's awesome. Okay, we're gonna start with Uther Pendragon. The Welsh version. Let's see. And he was real. Is he actually the son of Constantine III? Is Uther Pendragon real? My mom's aunt and nephew got killed switching his insulin with poison. What? Her husband had to dig the grave for his sister. Oh. He's not real. But they say that he's the son of Constantine III, who is real? Okay. He is mentioned circa 10th century Arthurian poem Pagur Iporthar. What man is the gatekeeper? I mean, he just kind of shows up, I guess. Constantine III, Emperor of Britain. Yeah. Constantine III was a common Roman soldier who was declared emperor in Roman Britain in 407 and established himself in Gaul. He was recognized as co-emperor of the Roman Emperor from 409 to 411. Fantastic. Very good. All right, well, let's start with Uther. And then Merlin, yes? Merlin. This is so silly. Legend of King Arthur, Welsh. Forward. Yikes. Focus on the Nennius story. Okay, Nennius story, King Arthur. Yeah, let's take a look. Nennius. Oh, this was the original Welsh monk. Right? Maybe we should look like add Camelot. He's real. He sells dope outside this CVS. Okay, wait. So Merlin was is the name of a legendary bard, possibly. He could have been a bard or a bird. Maybe either or both. A bird or a madman. Also an engine. Merlin was real and ancient. He was an instrument in defeating the Ori. Apparently, the name comes from Myrddin, which combines Myrd and Din, which means madman. Also a bird. That's Stargate? Okay. He does show up in 828 BC. This is so annoying. Okay. 828. No, not BC. AD. 828 AD to present, I guess. Sure. Bird could refer to the Romans via the eagle standard. No, it's an actual bird. It's a bird called a merle. It's called the merle bird. All right, we also have Merlin. Here? Man, it's a really bad day to not know anything about Arthur, because I can't actually correct anyone. The Welsh version of Merlin, or Myrddin, is a prophetic wild man. Wizard, madman, bird, bard, Welsh. Good? Yes. There's Myrddin the Bard, an Irish form of that name. Yes. Okay. Who is Vortigern? Vortigern was a 5th century warlord. What about the writings of Bede? Oh my god, Beetle the Bard. Oh, it makes so much more sense now. What about Vortigern? Do we care about Vortigern? Bede associates him with a proud tyrant said in Gildas to have invited the Saxons, who Bede, not Gildas, says were led by Hengist and Horsa, to aid him in fighting the Picts and Scots, whereupon they revolted, killing his son in the process and forming the kingdom of Kent. Is this real? I can't tell if anything is real. Did you stream Excalibur before for Tuesday night? Oh, I don't know. Have we? Bede was late. Beda. Oh, thank you. A good descriptor for Arthurian myth would be syncretic. Overall, it's a bridge between Celtic and German myth and Christianity and later medieval chivalric tradition. Syncretic? Unifying myth? Good? Bridge. Myth. I don't know. Vortigern is not connected except in amateur fanfic. Okay, these are just figures that may have existed back then. So the writings of Beda do not matter either. We only care about Nennius's writings. Nennius, King Arthur writings. Hanks and Horsa did exist. They're the progenitors of the Anglo-Saxons as a people on the Isles. For real? Like real? Let's go and get this. Okay, the text of Nennius preserved as part of Harley 3859, a manuscript written in the early 12th century, is the first written record to mention Arthur by name. There are 12 battles in which Arthur is said to have fought. Oh, he's like Hercules. Nice. For the Welsh, yes, Nennius. But this is actually the 1200s, not the 800s. All right, maybe we just add in Arthur, I guess. We'll just put in Arthur. Arthur Pendragon. When does Arthur become the Lich King? That's Arthas! Wrong character! Arthur. King. Does he have a round table or does he not have a round table? He does have a round table, right? Arthurian myth is that most of it is oral tradition that was recorded centuries after its origin. The very early texts recognizing Arthur as a person and great warrior, but those texts don't explain who is Arthur, and it was a prevalent figure of the time. The other figures appear after, believe that Arthur was a real warrior, not a king. Yes, there were stories of an Arthur early on. Okay. He's maybe a king of the Britons? Welsh warrior? King of the Britons. King of the Briton! I am Arthur! King of the Briton! Nice. Well, I didn't vote for you. I have to do it. Okay. Historical belief in a real Arthur is not serious theory in academic circles. Oh. No, but I think there were supposed to be some Arthurs or something. And the round table actually happened? Can we count that as like a real, like an actual thing? Is Merlin real? Well, he might have just been a crazy bard dude back in the day. Probably not an actual wizard. Alright, there's Arthur. Looks like that. The round table is more a collection of really cool guys. The Sword in the Stone versus the Lady of the Lake is very confusing to me. I think it's two different versions. The Lady of the Lake, I think, is the French Lady of the Lake versus Sword in the Stone. Are there two different swords? Women submerged in bodies of water. Distributing swords is no basis for a system of governance. So it might be two swords or one sword, and one of them might be there's two different swords. Excalibur is the lake and Caliburn is the stone, and both of them are going to Arthur. Possibly. Yes? Oh, the sword in the stone is first and it breaks. Caliburn sword. Caliburn is the one in the stone that cemented his claim to the throne of Britain. And he finds it and then it breaks and then he goes to get Excalibur. Does that make sense? There was also a spear, Rhongomyniad. Sword in the stone was broken when Arthur misused it and... Yeah. Okay. Let's see if I can find a picture. Okay. I'm gonna add these into the thing. It makes a lot of sense. Arthur Pendragon and his first two wives, Caliburn in the stone. Excalibur is Caliburn. They're the same sword in different languages, like how Abraham are the same dude. But how come one of them is from a lake and one of them is from a rock?
30 months.
It.
I was going to put here
Lord.
a Billy Harrington speech, but it's too long.
Oh.
Seriously, 500 symbols? That's all we can afford?
Yeah.
We, essayists, are the most oppressed part of any community.
We
Okay,
are the
I'm
essayists
joking.
are the most
Thank you
oppressed
for
race.
30 months. This is as old as Lumi, but 12 times younger.
Jesus Christ. That's not even possible. Be realistic with your bullshit. Thank you, Overlord, for 30 months. 30 months of escaping the draft. Lady of the Lake. Okay. The later versions make it two swords. The one from the stone and the one from the lake. Oh. So it could just be one sword? It could be. The French legendary sword is Durandal. And Arthur also had that one? How many swords are there? Which is more real? And there's also the spear. That's Roland. What? Do you mean Voland? Satan? Do you mean Voland like Slavic Satan? What are we talking about? Okay, here's... This one is Excalibur. I am Arthur, King of the Britain. Excalibur. Of the Lake. Okay. Caladbolg? No. No? Probably found tons of swords lying around and randomly named them. I mean, if what we learned from the Celts is real, they had 4 whole cycles of crazy history, starting from the time of Jesus. So yeah, maybe there were just a bunch of swords lying around because they had tons of fights, remember? So many. All around everywhere. I missed a lot of these history streams. They're myth streams. And later on, Arthur would also become a misfit gunslinger. Caladbolg. I don't know. Oh my. Caladbolg. What the fuck is that? I think this is... No, this is just an original name for it in Welsh. Okay. French. Okay, so that one is French and this one is Welsh. Yes? That makes more sense. Arthurian myth became so popular, European bards and nobles started essentially writing fanfic and mixing it up with things from Christianity and their own homelands, like Charlemagne in France and Italy. For example, Lancelot and Guinevere forbidden romance. Yes, that is a very popular fact that everyone loves to tell us. They love to tell us about how Lancelot being a cuck is fan fiction. Can I get the round table, guys? Who are the first Arthurian round table knights? Knights of the Round Table. Wow, there's a lot. What the fuck? Jeez. Oh, okay.
Caliburn is first.
Yeah.
It was forged by Vivian at the request of Merlin, to ensure the rightful king, Arthur, would be the actual king. It broke when he misused it, and the shards were reforged by Vivian into Excalibur, at least according to the mythos. He also had the spear Ongaminiad, and a
Why was it
magical
in the
dagger
lake?
that could turn him invisible, Carnwenan.
Why was it in the lake? Why did they reforge it then throw it into the lake? Sir Ector and Sir Kay, his foster father and brother. Wait, I thought his father was Uther. What? I thought his father was Uther. It wasn't reforged? He dropped it? He dropped it? They had to cool it down and they threw it in the lake? This is the worst. It's just like the shards of Narsil. It was reforged by the lady in the lake. I like your Dracula cover. Thank you, thank you. Welcome. We're trying to solve everything that ever happened. It was raised by knights Sir Ector and Sir Kay. Okay. They are foster father and brother. Are they knights of the table? Are they knights of the table? Sir Ector. Arthur. Real. 2 dads? Gee, Arthur, how come you get 2 dads? Well, the only picture I can get is this one. So this is what we just have to deal with, unfortunately. Sir Ector. Is Sir Ector the foster father? Is Sir Ector the foster father or the foster brother? Which one is which? Sir Ector was his adopted father in service of Uther. Well, yeah, this is literally all I got. Yep. Yep, good. Alright, and then Sir Kay. Brother? We gotta watch this movie again. This one traumatized me. Alright, there's Sir Kay. Good. Nice. Let's put these there. And then I'll move them over. Alright, Sir Kay and Sir Ector, who works for Pendragon. For Uther. What movie is it? I believe this is the Sword in the Stone movie. Which is very old. This is the Sword in the Stone movie. This came out in 1963. Oh my goodness. This came out when movies weren't afraid to be scary and fucking weird. And I remember watching it at some point and I was really traumatized. I don't know why it scared me so much. That's so old. It's really old. I don't know why it scared me so much. I believe we watched it in Discord because I remember seeing Madam Mim. Or maybe we didn't watch it in Discord. Maybe we just talked about it. Because I talked about Madam Mim or something. The Marvelous. Whatever. Madam Mim. What movie? Sword in the Stone? You don't remember what part scared you? No. Just scary. Madam Mim. She's so cute. Wow, 1963. That's really old. My goodness. Lumi and repressing memories go hand in hand. I have literally no clue. I don't know. Something was scary in there. Used to think that part where they pack up the entire house in that one bag was the coolest shit ever. Ooh, a 1938 book based on an 880 legend. All right, Sir Ector and Kay. Do they even matter? Do they do things later? Are they... They're just kind of mean. And Guinevere. Okay, Guinevere, Arthur. Kay more so. Oh, they're not very nice. Okay. Let's put in Guinevere. And Guinevere is pretty much just every goddess of spring condensed into one queen character. Yes? Pretty much. Guinevere. Is she like a princess or anything on her own? Let me see. He is Arthur's wife. Guinevere, she is Arthur's wife. Queen of Great Britain. Is she? Does she start off as a princess? She is seduced by Mordred during his ill-fated rebellion against Arthur. And then Lancelot happens, but only in France. Does she start off as anything? Does she have a Welsh name? Yeah.
Gwenhwyvar.
Gwenhwyvar. Sometimes Wikipedia has
If you mention Arthur, we cannot forget his half-sister Morgana, D for N Mothers, who essentially was his main antagonist and op, due to her being overlooked for the throne of Camelot. That's essentially her motivation, as a firstborn was usually elected to rule, except she was a woman, and those were different times.
Okay, we'll add her. Does Guinevere start as a princess or anything? Gwenhwyvar. Gwenhwyvar. Fire. Gwenhwyvar.
Gwenhwyvar.
Yeah, there we go. Wait, is Morgana French only? Where does she start? She is his wife, but like, when was she anything before that? Let me do this. Let's do this. Move these down a little. Extension. This. She's the daughter of Leodagan, king of Cameliard. Oh, because Camelot and Britons are clearly not the same thing. Duh. So stupid. Of course. She's pretty much like the goddess of spring. She's like every pagan goddess of spring rolled into one. She's like Freya, and also like... And also, we could probably draw a bunch of lines for her. And also like she's like Slavic, like maybe Lada, and also like maybe Scandinavian. It's just like if you took, she's pretty much every spring thing. Spring goddesses usually aren't such whores. I don't know if that's true. Most of them are fertility goddesses. And Brigid, she's literally just Brigid. If you really were gonna look at it, Morrigan is Morgana and she is Brigid. Right? Pretty much the same thing. Same shit. Just in a slightly different place. Lada was not a slut. I don't think she's a slut. The French made her a slut. Princess of Camilliard. And that's how you really spell it? Camilliard Guinevere. Yes. Syncretism. Wait, have you done Finnish? No, we didn't do it. We were hoping that would be able to just sit in our amalgamation of Norse. But I know that Uko exists. Here, let me just do a quick Uko mention. Uko. That's the only one I know. Perkele. I'm sorry. It's just close enough. It's close enough. I'm sorry, Finns. Thunder and lightning. Finnish. I don't think it's that different, man. Thunder and lightning. Look at him. There he is, Uko. And it means old man. Looney told us. I remember. Wait, wasn't Uko supposed to be Hercules, actually, not Zeus? Is this mythology family tree? Yes. Uko, and also there is the god of water. Finnish god of water. I'm getting to the end. I'm in a good mood. We can just add Ahti. Ahti! Does Ahti have a Norse counterpart? Not really. Uko is the leading god of Pantheon. Oh, okay, father god then. Father figure. I'll finish. Okay, and then we have Ahti. Yes. The dude from Control. Yes. He feels a bit Poseidon-y. It's just that there's so many crossovers for the Finns. Like, a lot of their figures feel like they overlap really well with other people. So it's kind of hard. Water, forests, lake. You're finally free from the suffering. I know, we're almost done. Finish. Isn't he kind of tricky too? Tapio is another one, god of the forest. But Ahti is also forests and stuff. No, just water. What am I doing? Not forests. Water, lakes. God of lakes. Good. We're almost done! Finnish is more similar to Slavic than Norse. Yeah, I feel like it was just really close. So doing it didn't really make a lot of sense. Do we want to add any other ones? Finnish gods? It's just a smaller pantheon, man. Hi, Nocadian. There's also Velamo. She is a mermaid. I don't think there's enough. I don't really know. What about Humala? Clipped? What about Ad Vainamoinen? He's the main character of Finnish myth. We're not writing any stories for these guys. We're just listing them for posterity. He's a hero of Finnish myth, a potent magical singing voice. Okay. Finnish gods were made up by Russian imperial ethnographists in the 19th century along with their treasured Kalevala. You can't say that! Whole point is you have to be very respectful for Ahti if you don't want to drown, and to Tapio if you want to find some game. Fun fact, in Finnish, you don't go hunt, you go ask, which implies that whatever you find, find any game is at mercy of Tapio, the god of the forest. Oh. The Finns seem like a wonderful nature people. It's almost like they crawled out of the woods and are still living there today. They're so introverted. It's like seeing a Finn is already kind of like a mythical creature. You're like, whoa, fuck, Finn. Ugh. Where did you come from? So it kind of makes sense. Tapio, Finnish god, kind of accurate. They just seem like a nice nature people, you know? I don't know if Looney will agree. That's kind of what it feels like. Tapio. And they don't seem like... They seem like... The thing is, like, the more in tune with nature you are, the less significance the gods have, I feel like. Because they live too in harmony with it all. Why wouldn't I agree? You agree? Are you like... It's like seeing like a Yeti or Bigfoot or something. Every time you see a fin. Ah! Fin. Very strange. Okay. Forests. Finnish. It's true, they tend to be more animist. Same with the Slavs. I mean, anyone with a god of bees is... Did we include god of bees, by the way? I was thinking about god of bees recently. And we didn't add him, I don't think. I think we have to add god of bees. 1 second, let me just add god of bees. Zosim. Let me just add it. We did not add it! Which one is the storm god? There's always one. Ukko is the storm god. 1 second, I must add Zosim. There was no god of bees in Slavic myths from our sessions. We must add him back! I'm sorry, I did not add him. We will put him right here. God of bees. I think he must be included. Alright, perfect. There he is, gotta be. So much for a country that doesn't exist. A country made up by the Russians and Japanese to cover up Baltic Sea fish. Stop it! Luni's right there! Stop it, they have great culture of sauna. There you go, god of bees. Zosim. God of bees. Wonderful. 4XL Slav god. Alright, I'm happy now. It felt weird not having him. This is much better. Okay, now we go back to Arthur. Great culture of warm room. Alright, so we have Guinevere. Radagast is a brand of beer here. We sure love our gods and mix them with alcohol. Uh-huh. I have seen it. I shop at European grocery store for my specifics. Hi, Darkgrace. You have Igema, Aegir, Arthur's mother. What? He has a mother? Belvedere, Madraud, Mordred, and Constantine. Arthur's son that inherits after he dies. Those are the main post-French characters. No, pre-French. Pre-French. Maybe Gualchme, who some say is linked to Gawain. Though I am not sold on that. We can then do the frogs. You can, if you want, put Aurelius Ambrosius behind Uther. He's the Romanized king before Uther to add legitimacy by Malmesbury. Oh, pre-French. Okay. So we have Guinevere. But Belvedere was his most loyal knight, right? Belvedere, Arthurian. In the myth, Uther Pendragon uses Merlin's shape-shifting magic to impregnate Igraine. Good. Love it. Yes. Bedivere! Sorry, Bedivere. Wasn't he like the most loyal? Possibly? They have like assigned virtues or something. Yes. Okay. Bedivere. Trying to find a good picture. Are we including fate? No! I would rather fucking delete this entire sheet than include a single thing from the fucking shit that is fate. No. Why the fuck would we do that? Alright, is it this guy or is it this guy? I think it's probably this guy, because this guy's got some fanciness on his hat. Probably this guy. What are you gonna do with this? Learn? I don't have to do anything. Learning. Okay. Bedivere, who is traits assigned to Arthurian.
And then the
knights.
Baltics got two gods of bees. One the old god of bees, Bishules, god of wild bees honey, and mercantile due to the fact honey was used as currency at one point. Also his name became the Lithuanian word for friend, and later Ostia, a simple peasant girl who saved Bishules in a myth and befriended him. He now sits on her head as a bee and guards the new gods of bees and friendship. Not a joke, those are her domains.
Bees are friends. Every time you see a bee, you must say, "Hello, bee." And bless it on its way. Okay, just me. That's fine. Don't worry about it. All right. You guys do that, right? Those are the rules. Do you salute the bee? No, but I always say hello to the bees. That's the scene of Arthur's last
Zosim and
moment.
his brother Sarvati were allegedly the very first beekeepers in Eastern Slav history, and they're considered Orthodox martyrs. Which doesn't exactly exclude the existence of a god of bees in that myth, but implies that they were made up.
Well,
we've been over this.
God of bees
Fuck
matters,
you,
man.
5W.
How about you be somewhere else? I can't give a good nod to the Yellow Jackets. Okay, man. No! Yellow Jackets are imposters! Okay. I need Bedivere's main trait. They all have like a trait, don't they? Handsome. What the fuck? No, it's loyalty. It's loyalty. Loyalty. Knight. Loyalty. Okay. Bedivere. And then the other one we had was... Oh, we forgot Morgana. Let's put the swords to the side. Okay. And then we got Morgana. Okay. Morgana, who is just Morrigan. And they are the same. Morgana. Was she also raised by Sir Ector?
Kaneko 5 Squibbleman.
You need... I know we're not there yet. Was Morgana also raised by Sir Ector? Or no? Okay, so she was raised by their actual father? Every knight is a fake character in Journey. I know. I know that fate covers a lot of shit. I've been dealing with it for months at this point. I know. Who here looks like Kirka? Something. They were half siblings. Oh, who's her dad again? Did she fight Merlin? I don't know. Who's her dad? I'm seeing double. 4 Bediveres! There's only 2 Bediveres. Is it Sir Ector or is it H? I think it is actually Ector. It is Ector. Morgane Le Fay. Half sister to Arthur. Morgane Le Fay. Fay? Fay. I don't know. The Orkneys brothers are an important thing. The sons of King Lot, Gawain, Agravain, Mordred, before recognition as Arthur's bastards. Gaheris and Gareth. Who the fuck? The Orkneys? King Lot? Like in the Bible? Lot like in the Bible? Is Morgana related to the optical illusion Fata Morgana? Morgana word. Mor means sea and Gan means circle, so it means born of the sea. Fata Morgana means a mirage above the horizon. So yes, that makes sense. It was born of the sea. Let's see, Fata Morgana. Wait, Fata Morgana etymology. Sea hag. Fata Morgana, it's Italian that translates to Morgan the Fairy. Oh, entered the English language in the late 18th century as the name for a complex shimmering optical illusion often seen over water, derived from the legendary Arthurian sorceress Morgane Le Fay. Okay, so the name Morgan is from the sea, then the Italians took it after it got really popular and named the illusion after her. Morgan the Fair. Hey, literally translated. Is this Morgana related to the sea as well? I don't know. She is an enchantress or fairy. She maybe is half sister to Arthur. Wait, I gotta make this longer. Wait. Then Faye should be spelled with an E. No, it should be A. And then Enchantress. Yeah? My life has been a lie. Uther used Merlin's magic to make Morgana's mother see him as her husband, and thus they made Arthur after he killed her husband on the battlefield. So Arthur's actually a bastard. Arthur's a bastard. Right. Technically. Yes. Oh, shit. Okay. So that's why Morgana's so upset. Let's bring this, put this back. It should say, okay, bring, wait, transform. Arrange, okay, better. Just how William the Conqueror was a bastard. Funny how fiction meets reality. Are not all great kings bastards? I guess. That's why he needed to prove himself worthy of sitting on the throne first. Okay, so we got Morgana, Actor K, Guinevere, Arthur, Uther, Arthur, Merlin, and then we have to get the brothers. All the greatest kings are bastards. Let's just get the main knights of the Round Table. I always think there's like 12. How many are there? Like, so is Lancelot a pre-French Knights of the Round Table? There's a lot. There are 12. Okay. Everything is a pantheon. You need Morgause, Arthur's other sister. It plays into Mordred's story later on. Morgause? Is this another half-sister? So there's Morgana and Morgause? And these are for sure different characters? Morgause? Sister, Arthur. Another half-sister. The Queen of Orkney. Morgause. Morgoth. Wow, okay. And she's just like a lady? They really liked the sea. Merlin was said to be the son of a demon and a maiden. I believe the term is Nephilim. Isn't that literally what they... Well, it's supposed to be fallen angels, yes. Literally Nephilim. I don't have any pictures for Morgause. No pictures for Morgause. Except in a movie from 2001, Mists of Avalon. Why don't we finish the Welsh characters and move on? I don't know. People get really confused. It's been half-sister to Arthur, Queen of Orkney. Wow! That's heavily disputed interpretation of Nephilim. I believe the original Nephilim was actually, yes, that they were half angel. That was the origin from the Bible. And the demon thing comes in kind of way later. Yes, they're half angels. That's before the fall, and then because like angels were tempted by the women of the earth, and then they bred and had these like giant children that were Nephilim, and that's what they were supposed to be. Pull out the Book of Enoch! What are you making though? Behold, Sav, my extremely surface level, yet somehow rabbit hole of every myth of all time. The Book of Enoch is not canon in any church! What the fuck? It's my chart of every myth of all time. Well, most of them, not all of them, because we couldn't do Africa, and I didn't want to do some. Is there a link for this? I'll put it out when I'm done. We're just finishing up Arthur really quick. He's doing her grad work on stream. You shut your mouth and go to Ethiopian church! I saw a YouTube once. Woo about that. I saw a YouTube once. Awesome, me too. I need this to print out at work so people can learn of the myths. No one's gonna read it. Just so you know, my text is... I'm writing in 5-point text. Like, you could count the words in this. This is probably... I've never seen a YouTube in my life. A whole YouTube? Anyway, let's get the rest of these fucking pre-French characters of Arthurian myth, please. Stop getting sidetracked. tracked! Okay.
It looks great.
Shut up! Thank you. Thank you, young streaming. Book of Enoch is real. Okay, pre-French Knights of the Round Table. I just need the pre-French members. Gawain? I think Gawain has to come in here. He is a nephew of Arthur. I think Gawain. What was his trait? He was never defeated. Is that his thing? Technically, Arthurian mythology is known as the Matter of Britain. Really? Arthurian legend / the Matter of... Is it Breton or Bretagne? Breton. Breton. He's the Knight of Courtesy. Oh. Thank you. Courtesy. Gawain. Oh, we're listening to the Manor Lord soundtrack. Okay. The British Cinematic Universe. Unironically, yeah, it kind of is. They could make a whole series on this. If Knight of the Seven Kingdoms continues to do well, I'm sure there will be an Arthurian Legends show in grimdark fashion. And then, but by then, Henry Cavill will be too old, so they'll have him play Uther Pendragon instead of Arthur Pendragon. I'm not even wrong. That's the worst part, is I think I'm absolutely correct. They did do a show on this. It's called Fate. There's a couple of shows. There's a show called Merlin, but it was a little taken over by the Fujos, which sucks. There's a couple of shows. Okay, Gawain. He's the one with the Green Knight. And then we also have Percival, right? Sir Percival. Merlin was good. There's a new show, I think, called Merlin as well. Merlin had so many Tumblr fans. I know, it was awful! I was genuinely curious about it. I wanted to watch the show, but the Tumblr, as you know, I hate it when a fandom gets too Tumblrized. She's so creepy, man. And so I didn't watch it in the end. Ugh. Because they made Merlin a twink. And so, of course, the Tumblr arenas got really excited. We'll just keep our eye in there for fun. Percival. And what's his virtue? Percival is... Is he brave? Why let the fandom ruin your enjoyment? Part of the enjoyment is talking to people about it. I like the social aspects of enjoying a show. Like, if you're just enjoying it on your own, I feel like it's not as fun. Like back when Game of Thrones was airing, I used to read all the comments on the episodes and stuff. Percival's French? Oh, he's French. Was Young Lumi once a Tumblr citizen too? I had a Tumblr. I didn't post anything. I mostly used it for like art and photos and stuff. I used to read all the comments on the episodes for Game of Thrones, and then this one guy did like a weekly, like an episode recap. Does anyone remember that? There was like a guy who did an episode recap of every episode, and he took a bunch of screenshots, but he would caption them kind of silly or something. I really liked reading those. So it was like, oh, look, other people enjoy the thing too. It's nice. I don't have to talk to people, but I like being part of fandoms. Were you in the Super Hulock Mask? No, I hate that garbage. Specifically didn't watch any of that because I hated the fucking fans. No. Disgusting. Has fandom culture died? No, I don't think so. No. Maybe it's a little different now. The 90s Merlin show with Sam Neill is one of my favorite childhood memories. Ooh. You only have two main warriors you have to pull through: Gawain and Bedivere. All the other populars are French. Oh, so this guy's French. So let's put a note then. This is the original. Let's put the swords. But the swords are... Okay, so Caliburn goes in the Welsh box. Just line it up here. It's not lined up. Oh my god. Okay, it's good. Caliburn can sit here, and Excalibur can go here. Yeah. Matter of Britain with Arthur and A Matter of France with Charlemagne and his paladins. Both were sometimes conflated. When you think of 12 Knights of the Round Table, you're actually thinking about 12 paladins. The exact number of Knights of the Round Table is hazy and much more than 12. Yeah, there's like a listing on Wikipedia that's like a bunch. So for here, we'll go Welsh. Right? And then here we can go French. That makes it a little bit clearer. And then, I think... Wait. What am I listening to, man? This is from a movie! We gotta go back. When you hit the movie soundtrack, you've gone too far. Put this down. This here. Between that, and then this. Okay, that's good. Nice. Was Arthur Roman or not? No, he was the king of the Britain. He is king of the Britain. Okay. We barely crossed the English Channel, and these guys were doing it in armor. I don't know about that. Okay. So, anyone else? We just have Bedivere and Gawain, and that's it? What about Tristan? Tristan, Lancelot, Mordred. What about Mordred? To finish out the Welsh-English section, you need Mordred, Constantine, Ambrosius. Remove Morgana. She is a bit player. What does that mean? What does bit player mean? Mordred, Arthur. Mordred is a power-hungry son of someone. Okay. Born of an incest. Oh, he's Arthur's son, possibly. Son of Morgan and Arthur. Okay. Mordred. Mordred is white. She's mentioned in Monmouth as Sister of Avalon, but not really part of the story. Morgana? But Morgause matters? How come Morgause matters? Okay, we'll put in Mordred. But I thought Mordred was the son of Morgana. Or do you mean Morgause? Is he the son of Morgause or Morgana? It's Morgause. Oh. Okay. So Morgan Le Fay is maybe more of a French character, would you say? She's more French? Possibly. Morgause is really much later and dubious. Is it Morgana or Morgause? Heavens above, it is Morgause. Okay. Then we're leaving Morgause and we're moving Morgana. Okay. Geoffrey of Monmouth was a 12th century historian for context. Okay. So this is the half-sister of Arthur. And she does not have a picture because nobody gives a shit about her. Great. But they have an incestuous relationship which produces Mordred, who sucks. Yes? Mordred. Yeah. Child of incest! Watch the news today. The Strait of Hormuz is closed again. I'm tired. I don't watch that anymore. At first I was really paying attention to it. And now, you know what? I just don't care. One day it'll reopen. It doesn't matter to me. Just, whatever. Driverless. Mordred, who is not brown or female. He is the incestuous son of Morgause and Arthur. A villain. Yeah. We're going to skin you for bringing that current thing to We're on history right now, man! I do not care what is happening over there. It changes every day. Flip flop, flip flop. It's like the Michael scene. It's like the what is it? Oh my god, word. See? I'm losing words. It's the... Fuck, what's the... What's the one scene in The Office where you go snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap? Vasectomy. The word is vasectomy. You know the snip snap Elsa. I'm fucking forgetting things. I haven't seen the show in so long and I'm just forgetting everything. Your head is filled up with mist. You need to reacclimate. I need to go and watch The Office again. You know, he goes snip snap snip snap. Incest Rebel Mordred is a French edition? Are you sure? Mordred. No? I mean, he kind of exists before. He's not an incestuous. He's not an incest baby in the beginning. He doesn't exist as an incest rebel originally. Then what is he? Just a nephew? Nephew? Incestuous son of Arthur. Gawain is peak chivalry. He represents all 5 knightly virtues of courtesy, friendship, piety, generosity, and chastity. Chivalry. Okay. Mordred's just a brother of Gawain and Agravain, also Gareth and Gaheris. But do those matter? Be sure. I'm very hot, thank you. Right? Right? Did I understand correctly? Did I get it? Shove. Bald. Damn it. Showed. Wait, isn't showed cold? Oh no, showed is hot. Okay, shove is bald. Damn it. I was close. I got the first half of the word. Yeah, showed is hot, no? Morgause is another minor character, Mordred and Arthur's nephew in Monmouth. Oh, so what even? You guys are conflicting each other. I'm just trying to record things, man. You guys are literally conflicting each other. We saved this for last because we knew it was going to be awful. So Mordred just exists and maybe he is like a cousin? This is conflicting myth. Who was Mordred? Arthurian Welsh version. Arthur. Remove Morgause from the English Welsh section. So no Morgause at all. No Morgause? Only Morgana. Morgause and Morgana are the same people. Conflicting accounts are the heart of the matter. Please laugh at my pun. Of Britain. Everyone is conflicting because myth is conflicting tornado of bullshit. I know it is a clusterfuck. I know. But Morgause probably existed, maybe. In the original? Possibly? So in the original one, he was a sympathetic character. Medraut was revered as a courteous, noble, and kingly knight of Arthur's court. He was so well-mannered and persuasive that the legends state no one could deny him anything. Okay, he becomes evil in the French version. So there is maybe a sister. Okay, more Welsh. Very convincing and kingly. Okay, we're gonna say that. We're just gonna say he was the nephew. Or he was like one of the knights, I guess? One of the knights of the table. Knights of the table. Yeah? I have a degree in this subject. We are doing the Welsh and English version based on Monmouth, Nennius, and Malmesbury. Morgause is not important. I literally have a degree. He literally has a degree in this! The best part of Lumi Saturday is that people can pull out their useless history degrees. Ain't that right, chat? Boy, I'm sure glad I didn't get a fucking useless degree. Wow, awesome. Okay, I don't have a useless history degree. Why do so many of you guys have useless history degrees? Yippee! I've got something in Russian lit. When do I start? You missed it, man! We did Russia we did the Slavs weeks ago! We already did the Slavs! Perfect son and knight. Then he got persuaded into evil.
Anonymous tipped $5.
Oh.
You forgot to add to Mordred that he's the treacherous knight, son of Arthur, female, tomboy, also the brown wife to this chat's mod.
No. Okay, Mordred is gonna be the Welsh version, please. Thank you. The Welsh version of the Mordred is a great guy. He's a really good guy. Okay? Sal would never donate to me. That's clearly not him. Okay, anyone else that matters in the Welsh version of Arthurian legend? Anyone else that matters? Usage degrees in general, it's most of the time come to terms with the fact that we got scammed, but it was fun. But we had a good time, right? Right? We liked it. We liked school. Well, we didn't vote for Zalamon. Oh, Constantine. Okay, Constantine the Third. Constantine the Third, who was only emperor for 2 years. Okay. Constantine the Third. Constantine. 3. Oh, Constantine, Arthur's son. Oh, not Constantine the Third. Okay, well then let me put the Caliburn over here and then move Mordred because he's just a dude. And then I'll put Constantine in the middle. Constantine. Son of Arthur. And so his name must be Constantine Pendragon. Constantine Pendragon. Constantine, son of Arthur. His successor, really? Oh. Constantine of Dumnonia. Constantine of Dumnonia. Son of Hador of Cornwall. Cornwell. Okay. Whatever you say. You can tell I don't have any British ancestry because this bullshit is fucking... Okay, whatever, man. Yeah, whatever. They were all British people at the end of the day. Okay, there. Constantine, son of Arthur. Successor to Arthur. Good? And this is the Briton version. The Briton Constantine. If I was his son, I would have learned who his enemy was. Okay, good. Anyone else? Thank you, Kankonim. Oh, Kankonim, do I have to include this in your list that you are allowed to also talk about English myths and world wars? Should I add that to your bad listing? Zalamon is our leader. I never elected him. Being Lumi's mod is no basis for a system of government. Do I have to add that in there? Updating his perms. I hit approve on the fucking LLM's ability to read this file. Hold on, Connie, you look tough. Let me take a pic. Are we have a system of government here? No. The system of government is Lumi says most of the things until she is wrong. And that's it. Alright, good. You have backseating perms list now? Yeah. Yes? Yeah, Looney, you are allowed to backseat any and all RTS. You ever notice that whenever you're super mean to me on an RTS, I just go, well, that's just Looney? Yeah, of course there's backseating perms. We go by who cares about what subject. A degree was brought up. That's how she runs this place. Yeah, some people are allowed to do things. We let the philosophers do their philosophy bullshit too. And we let Zincro talk about nuclear. And we let Bingo talk about racks. Kinkonim is on the bad list and the allowed list. Yeah, well, he's not allowed to talk about anything else. He's actually on the bad list twice. But he's not allowed to talk about anything except for World Wars and Arthurian legend, allegedly. Yeah, you can still be bad, but you can have your fun topics. Nuclear philosophy of a Mexican We let them talk about some things. And we let Arturia exist for some reason. Just forget that he's there. Like when they created a walkthrough for the world. Yeah, that's why we always let Looney backseat. There's backseating perms. All right. Are we moving into the French one before we start noting? Or did we get everything? Okay, good. Did we get everything? Balance in all things or whatever? I think it makes a lot of sense. Look, you gotta let people be passionate about what they're passionate about. I love it. I like when people have special interests. I want you to tell me. Yes, we have backseating perms. Move to French. Okay, we're good on this. We're moving to French. Okay, it is time for the French. We can say roughly based on Charlemagne and his 12 paladins. Yes, it's not the same. It is a different kind of story. So we'll go with this. And then inspired by. Oh, okay, sure. Inspired by Charlemagne and his 12 paladins. And then, so we gotta grab Arthur Pendragon again. Is his name Arthur Pendragon still? Arthurian legend, French version. I'm passionate about boobs because I have none, or is that just envy? I think you're just constantly horny. Emily Green. I don't judge you for it, but that might just be how you are. Not Artorian. Nothing wrong with that. It's just what it is. Let's see. So is his name still Arthur Pendragon? Yes. Okay, it is still the same. But now he is King of the Britain, but not a warrior. Right? Now he's like just a king. It's Pencil Dragon now. To go the sword in the stone. There, you see, I'm an ugly, horrible, grouchy old man. He's still a warrior, but now he's French. He's still king of the Britain, but he's a French warrior now. Yes? I remember Arthurian was gonna be last if she didn't do Basque already. What? I don't think we're gonna do it. Basque? Is there Basque mythology? Oh! I suppose so. We're probably not gonna do it. I did not know that there was even Basque mythology. It's just too small. Some of them are too tiny, so we had to like squish some of them. The Basque have their superstitions. I mean, is it similar to anything else, or is it very different? I'm curious to do it, but like we didn't do any of Africa because it was all just like little tiny bits, and that's why we stuck all the Slavs together and all the Norse together, or the Scandies together technically. Scandies plus Finland. It's not significant enough. It would have had to have been grouped in with anything else that it was similar to. If there's nothing it's similar to, then we don't have it. Yeah. Serious question. Why did the French write about Arthur when they had Charlemagne? All they've done is confuse me now. No, he is Charlemagne. He's still a warrior. King of the Britain. They just really like the guy. And now he has... he's still married to Guinevere, but now he gets cucked. Yes? Okay, so he's still married to Guinevere. Is his father still Uther? I was mostly teasing. It's niche and you'll see repetition in nature spiritualism. I know it's ending with Arthur. I mean, if you really wanted it, we could stick it in the animism shamanic general.
About Lancelot/Guinevere, glorifying adultery would have been a huge no-no by medieval morals. In all but one version of the myth, Arthur leaves Guinevere to rot in Camelot and never touches her.
Oh.
No consummation means the marriage is still pending. By church law she can still get an annulment and Lancelot's love is still pure. Thus the drama in the French version stems not from adultery, but from Lancelot being forced to choose between two chivalric virtues.
Oh.
It's all about virtue.
Oh, it's not cucking. We'll put Morgana over here. Okay? Arthur Lacook. Okay, so we have his knights. 1 second. Let me grab the rest of the knights. The knights of the Round Table. Legal technicalities as cover for cucking. Pseudo cucking. Chevalier de la Table Ronde. Okay, great. Lancelot, Gawain, Percival, Galahad. Yeah, we didn't have Galahad before. Sir Lancelot. How do you get interested in such a niche group? Personal answers. Oh, interesting. Cool. I did not know that they had their own thing. Did you answer the question of like what it's close to? Is it like close to anything else? What is Lancelot? He's purity, right? He's supposed to be super pure. I think it's unique. Damn. I guess it just got erased. Okay. They do have like a creator goddess, not a god, right? Which is pretty different. Based on a quick Google. Here's Lancelot. Good. The French do not look down on a man banging some other man's wife. No, wait, what? Galahad was purity? I thought Lancelot was purity. Is Lancelot not purity? He was the pure one. Galahad's the pure one? Then what the fuck is Lancelot? Just the best guy? The best guy. I guess. Okay. And then Galahad? And he is purity. He's also chivalry? Then what about Gawain? Then who is Gawain? Brave. Lancelot is brave? They give these all traits and stuff. They're supposed to have traits. Lancelot's real. Okay, and then we have Galahad. Sir Galahad. Perfect knight. You could put chivalry or virtue on him. Agravain gets killed by Lancelot when he and Mordred try to catch him when he's illicit with Guinevere. Gawain and his brother swear a blood grudge against Lancelot. Afterwards, the death of Agravain really influences the politics at court. At the French court? At the French court? Okay. Yes. Galahad is pure and chaste. Okay. Then what is Lancelot? At the court in the story. At the table. Courtesy and martial prowess. Oh. Okay. We'll just leave brave then. Okay, so here are the knights. We got 5. I think there should be more. Whole trait thing isn't really something I would add. It's not really consistent through line, and in most stories, it's not thought of that way. In most cases, they're in the quest del Saint Graal, but the majority of stories don't split them like that. Okay, we'll just say Knights of the Table then. Knights of the Round Table. Okay. Arthur's still very much Britain. He has French knights serving him. Yeah, I know. He's king of the Britain. French Knights of the Round Table. Good? French Knights of the Round Table. Okay. We have removed it. Any other really notable knights that he had in the French version? Knights. Oh, Tristan. Sir Tristan. And he sold! He sold! Tristan, and he sold! Yes? This is not Tristan. But he is not French, he is Irish. Or he should be. Of course she knows them. It's the most famous love story of the Britain. Of the Isles. Yeah, everyone knows them. There should be 12. I think. Stop saying these things. I know those names. It's Irish. Yeah, and they ran to all the castles and stuff. Okay, if anyone's ever been to the UK and like looked at any of the castles, one of the most common things you'll see on any of the castles is, oh, this is one of the fucking castles that Tristan was at with Isolde when they were running away. It's really common. I was looking at a bunch of castles because I wanted to see and I didn't have enough time. But you'll see it everywhere. Alright, other knights. Oh, Sir Kay is one of them, yes? Sir Kay is one of the knights. BC lives there and he says he's never heard of it. That's not true. Sir Kay is one of them. Likely explanation for how it came to France is the Bretons that were chased off the British Isles by the Saxons took refuge in Brittany. If you go there, they are very Celtic. Interesting. Sir Kay, Knight of the Round Table. So in this one, he's like a nicer guy. In the Welsh version, he's not super nice. He's kind of mean. In this one, is he a nicer guy? LOTRonlinefashion.blogspot.com. It's a good image. Let me just find a slightly different one. One sec. I'll find a better one. He's still sarcastic though. It was the Normans who got interested in free Saxon myth. Oh! Interesting. Okay. And this one is Kay. Yes. We're still missing like 3 or a couple actually. Who else did we have? Maybe some of them matter less? No. Okay, Lancelot, Gawain, Galahad, Percival, Bors the Younger. Bors. Lionel, Bors, Hector, Agravain. Is Hector Ector? Is Hector supposed to be Ector? No, he's the half-brother of Lancelot. Hector of Maris. Hector of Maris. Agravain? What? Oh, okay. Wait. Let me add Hector. Hector is maybe this guy. Oh my god. All of these characters, just like last time, are featuring in the Record of Ragnarok wiki, which again is just funny every time. You look up any random like mythological figure, they show up in the fucking Record of Ragnarok fan wiki because people are still making the like fan castings. Okay, this one is Hector of Maris. Yeah. And then we got, what about Galehout? Prominent role in the Grail stories, an enemy turned ally and great friend. We're just doing the knights first. We're doing the knights of the table first. And then, Bors the Younger. Balin and Balin. That's the wrong quest! Get out of here. Bors, who is a redhead. Bors? Galehout is one technically. There were a lot more than 12, but let's just do the main ones. We don't need every single member of the round table in here, especially if they don't really matter so much. And we can always add them in like later. They don't need pictures. All right, this one is Bors. Like if you were gonna ask someone who the Knights of the Round Table were, would you include Galehout, or he just kind of like a, well, he was there too. We also had Agravain. Sir Agravain. Add a circle for Knights of the Round Table. Oh, it says it right there. It says it on the left. We don't need a circle. Just read. Agravain. Really know who he's supposed to be. This guy, maybe? Sure. Agravain. It's not a circle. Who fucking cares? Okay. Agravain. The picture's might not even be right. Agravain. And then we got 2 more. Yeah, this is 10. And the last 2 are who? Lionel and I thought I got them all. Lionel, Percival, Bedivere, Gawain, Lancelot, Galahad, Tristan, Kay, Hector, Bors, Agravain. And we really love the number 12 in boys' stories, huh? Gareth. Lamorak? Gaheris. What the fuck? It's a good number. 12 is biblical. Everyone loves the number 12. Palamides? There's too many. There's actually a ton of them. It's like doing the oh my god. We're back in the fucking like Odyssey again. Or sorry, the Iliad. It's like we're back on the Iliad and we're like, oh man, who were the Argonauts? Literally everyone is an Argonaut! And everyone was at the round table! You can't win. Oh man, Lumi, who were the fucking main Argonauts? I don't know. Alright, then I don't fucking care to have 12. It doesn't matter. There were 12. Plus more. I hate that it does that. Wait. Whatever. You can be here all day if you want. Whatever. We'll just have that there were a bunch of knights and anyone else that really matters in the French version. Now we do need the evil Mordred. Evil Mordred. Okay, so these are the knights. We'll just move them down. Evil Mordred is the incest. In the French version, he's the incest baby of Arthur and Morgana. So let's do this. incest baby. Mordred is not evil in all the stories. No, in the original, he's a wonderful guy, actually. He's pretty nice, and everyone likes him. Probably too much. Alright, he's the incest baby.
Tsar Boris the Baptizer of the First Bulgarian Empire was also at the Round Table.
Can I just pretend that he's Bors? I think that's fine. We'll just call him Bors. Bors! Percival, Bors, Kay, Bedivere, Tristan, Gareth, Gaheris, Lamorak, Agravain. Those 12 are most recognized. Oh, Lancelot, Gawain, Galahad. Whatever. We got what? Incest, baby, and villain. Good. Bor? Okay, Mordred. And then we also need Merlin again. Merlin again, who is a wizard. And then, who else? French version of Arthur versus Welsh. Anyone else? The original Arthurian legend was apparently more fantastical than the French version. Like, apparently the Welsh one had a lot more fairies and dragons and shit. You can do Vivienne here, Isolde, you know her. Maybe Pelid, since you want to do Grail. Had an ogre. Darker, smuttier, grittier. Okay, Vivienne, King Arthur. Oh, she's the Lady of the Lake. Okay. Wasn't she the daughter of, like, Merlin or something? She's something to Merlin. Okay, let's go. Vivienne, who reforged the shards of Narsil. So lame. Wales is very high fantasy. That's why Tolkien liked it. Ah. Okay. Lover. Oh, I see. Okay. This is Vivienne. Lover of Merlin. Lady of the Lake. Yes. Will and his warriors. Oh. So she can be over here with Merlin. Nice. And they are in loving. Right? Yeah. And they are in loving. And then we have Isolde. Does Isolde matter in the grand scheme of things, or is she just kind of there for Tristan? She actually matter? Or is she just like a random person? The French version was focused on chivalric values and Christianity. It was supposed to set an example for knights to follow, so no pagan stuff. She's there for drama. Okay, I don't really care about her. She exists. She's literally in the picture. Wait, we can do this. And Isolde. Great. Perfect. Yeah? Anyone else? Tard's lying around in ponds. Distributing swords is no basis for a system of government. Very good. Anyone else that matters in this one? Any weird characters? Characters in French version of Arthur. Merlin, the incubus human mixed blood, the magus of flowers, the one and only grand caster. He's literally right there. Infertile Fisher King. Palamedes. Arthur. Palamedes is a Middle Eastern pagan who converts to Christianity because of his unrequited love for Isolde. He is another knight of the Round Table. Oh, man. Okay. Okay. Fine. Now we see the violence inherent in the system. Help! I'm being repressed! Very good. Palamedes. That's something, I guess. Okay, cool. There's not... Oh, maybe this is a picture. Maybe we can go with this one. Here? I think that's enough. You might want to add more later. Most of the time, the like cast of characters are just to give us like a small little introduction to it that we build off of later. Right. So this is Palamedes. Okay. and more. Great. I wonder how many people have most of their Arthurian knowledge from Monty Python. Probably a lot. Basically, the Argonauts. At some point, all of these people looked upon the round table and sailed on the great silver ship. Good. Okay. That's the cast. Okay, we can actually note it now. I think it's gonna take a bit. We're finally doing it. We're almost done. Holy shit. It's gonna be weird not having Myth Saturdays. But I think what we're gonna do is turn Myth Saturday into Lumi Does Research for Video Essays Day. Which is a similar, but slightly different topic. I think my first Arthur Legend stuff was cartoon about a football player going back in time and becoming King Arthur. Interesting. Thought you wanted more time for games. Yeah, but like games specifically for the for my mini project. Yeah, Saturdays are becoming I know, Lumi becoming token scholar. I'm happy to do more myths, but I think we gotta use it in some way. You know? Sounds fun. What special interest is next? Whatever we decide to write about. Lumi does research on stream to make a video. I keep getting trolled by the editors. Lumi, you just have to write it. We're ready to work. Like, okay. Let me get my shit figured out first. Okay. Arthurian legend Welsh. And then we have to note following the teachings of, or following the writings of Nennian and Monmouth. And what was the third one? Research streams. Have you decided on the first game? No, I'm just gonna relook at it. I wanted to do it on Pragmata, but then I think the time has passed, so I'm not really sure. I have no thoughts on it. I'm just not ready to think about it yet. Let me get through the rest of album finishing, and then we will. Malmesbury, Nennius for Welsh. Okay, Nennius. Good. Okay. So in the Welsh version, Arthur is a name that appears in a few manuscripts dating to around 800 AD. Generally accepted as a valiant, and I think he's just like a really good warrior, right? Strong warrior hero type. Still dissecting old games. I don't think the time has passed on Pragmata. Yeah, I mean, I'll think about it when we get there. I don't have the bandwidth. Like Beowulf. Oh! Priority balancing and all that. First reference is 600 AD. Oh! 600 AD. Cool. So in this one, does he even have like a real story? Let's see. Welsh Arthurian legend story. Don't get to the point where you're muddying the waters of half-witted essays just because you're forced to... Because you feel forced to make content? I make the content anyway. It's literally my job. It's just trying to drive some more thought in my day-to-day. I make the content anyway, man. Okay. How does this start? Can you read chat a bedtime story about the inevitable heat death of the universe? No, I have insane existential dread. I can't talk about the end of the universe. It will make me freak out. I freak out every time. And then I shut down. I missed it. What? What did you miss? Oh, the German and Nordic stuff. Okay. I'm waiting for Kinkonim to respond. Let's see. The Mabinogion. It's called the Mabinogion? Who wrote this? Mabinogion. What the fuck? A collection of the earliest Welsh prose stories compiled in Middle Welsh in the 12th and 13th centuries from earlier oral traditions. Oh. That's why Mabinogi's a game. What the fuck? What does it mean? What does Mabinogi mean? Wow, it's actually just the name of the book. It means son or a tale of a hero's boyhood, or eventually just a tale. Oh, I have existential dread about each upcoming day. If I think about the heat death of the universe, I get really sad. Okay. Can we refer to this? Arthur in the Mabinogion? Is there even like an actual story? There are some stories. Can I find them? Arthurian? Heat death is a myth. Well, it would actually be cold death. King Arthur. Legends concerning the return of Arthur. Medieval literary it's not even, you can't even find the actual stories that easily. This is so annoying. Trying to find just the actual stories of I don't know why it's so hard. Maybe it's Matter of Britain? No. What the fuck? Huh. 45-minute game essay entitled Is Sephiroth a Villain? He was a dude that went Lulu and went to suck the planet dry of figurative souls. I don't need a 45-minute video to tell me something other than yes. Yeah, I did. I was watching a lot of video essays to like try and get the gist of what I wanted to do for myself. And it does seem like a lot of people just kind of like to ramble on about a topic, which is fun. That's not bad. You don't always have to learn something. Why can't I find the actual fucking Arthurian stories? Do I have to buy a book or something? Like, how can I find these? Are they not online? Do I have to buy a book? I might have to buy a book. I might have to buy a book. Can I get a list? The important part is that Arthur was a mythic figure as early as 600 AD in the oral tradition. Then you get Nennius, who takes a lot of that tradition and writes it into a... But can I find it? The Nennius stories? Nennius' 12 battles. How about this? I found a website that has Nennius' 12 battles on them. They're very short, but I think it works out. Okay, so he existed in 600 AD. Nennius was when? 800 AD? Nennius 9th century. Okay, so Nennius in the 9th century. 9th century. Nennius the monk, I think. Yes, he was a Welsh monk. Wrote the Historia Brittonum. Yeah. Wait, let me go back. He wrote the... Nennius the monk wrote the Historia Brittonum, largely transcribing Welsh oral myth into written form. Has to be free since they're that old. I know! I don't know why it's so hard to find these. So he has... If we look at the stories, I have way too many tabs open. Okay. So if we look at it, there are 12 battles of King Arthur possible. Authors define the names of their works. But I don't even know what the fucking... How do I search for authors when I don't even know the authors? He wrote the History of Brittonum. You can find copies. You don't want to read it? Okay, I don't want to read it. I need a summary. Okay. I found an okay summary. You can I think you guys have to fact check me because I don't know how much I trust this source, but Arthur emerges after the reign of Vortigern, when at a time when the Saxons were thriving in Britain, led by the Saxon leader Octa, who I think we hear about in other things. Not Galunga, not Vortigern. Okay, pretty much Arthur fights the Saxons and becomes the king of the Britons after 12 battles. By proving himself over 12 battles. I think that makes sense grammatically. Arthur fights the Saxons and becomes king of the Britons by proving himself over 12 battles. Great. Okay, so there's 12 battles that he fought, and the knights just kind of happen. So in this one, his family... Okay. He is the son of Uther Pendragon, king of the... How come he is king of the Britain also? He is the second child of Uther Pendragon, king of the Britain. But if he's already the king of the Britain, why does he have to prove himself to be king of the Britain? Because he's kind of a bastard child again. He's kind of a bastard child, and there's fantastical bullshit. Okay, he is the second and bastard child of Uther Pendragon, king of the Britain. Where does Merlin come into this? Where does Merlin come in? Where is Merlin in? Merlin just kind of happens? He doesn't? Is there no Merlin? Should we delete Merlin from this first section because he doesn't really do anything? Do you think him being a bastard child has any relation to William the Conqueror being a bastard child too? Yeah, I'm sure. No Merlin! Merlin is deleted. Alright, so... he fights a battle at the River Glein and then the River Dobglas in the region of Linui. And then he fights on the River Bassus. And then the Wood of Celadon, Caledonian forest of southern Scotland. And then he fights at Castellum Guinion. And then he fights at City of the Legion. No. Arthur's not a king. He's a local warlord who fights the Saxons for Britons to expel them. Yeah. Then he fights at River Trifrid. And then he fights at Mount Agnid. Are there mountains in the Britons? The story of the Fisher Jung is King Bran, maybe based on the Irish Bran the Blessed, has a magical cauldron. The Revis wages war on the Irish, but the cauldron is destroyed. He asks his followers to sever head in return. Okay. And then he fights at Mount Badon. Mount Badon. Pretty much he fights all over. Okay, 12 battles around the British Isles to expel the Saxons. Yep, that's pretty much it. Where does the sword come in? What about the sword? Always with the 12? Where does the sword come in? Okay. In this one... So there was no sword? The Nennius one... Arthurian legend, Welsh, Nennius thing. This is the real story of Arthur Pendragon, who may have just been called Arthur Penn. Is he crowned king after that? Arthur, Welsh warlord. No king. Wow, okay. He just pushed them out. That's it. Okay. So that's kind of it. We're done. He is not king of the Britons. But Uther is king of the Britons and he never becomes king of the Britons? He's never even king of the Britons? Uther Pendragon is literally king of the Britons, but then Arthur never gets anything? Does Uther exist? Uther exists in that one. But in the Monmouth version, did we do Irish? We did. It was awful. I don't know if Uther actually comes in this one. He's a general, no sword. He just gave him a kicking. Uther doesn't feature in the Nennius version, I think. Oh, yeah, he's not in this at all. Arthur was just a chieftain. Yeah, they invented his father to make sure he was legitimate through his bloodline, to tie in how real kinghood worked. Okay, then we don't even need Uther. No Uther. Just get rid of that whole sentence. Yeah, that's it. Then this is like Arthurian oral tradition and poetry. Then maybe we can say Welsh. Welsh, Arthurian oral tradition and poetry by Nennius. Okay, that makes more sense. So this version, zero magic, just a guy. Yeah. Okay, then what about Khalid Fulch? That was his sword in the Welsh version. Does he have it? Maybe he has a sword. I feel like nothing's gonna be really recorded for this one. I copy pasted a bit. Nennius makes several attempts to trace history of the Britons back to Romans and Celts through empirical observation of what he refers to as the marvels or the wonders of Britain. These include ruins, landmarks, and other aspects of the countryside that Nennius deems worthy of documentation. His explanation of the physical landmarks and ruins take on a mystical interpretation despite Christian view. Yes, they say that he's the son of Uther, who's the son of Constantine III. Arthur is largely considered to be a warlord, chief, or general. Okay. He carries unmagical sword and spear. Great. I just slept 4 hours for a nap. What? You've been talking to me this whole time. How could you have been sleeping and talking to me? We talked about your lack of boobs, remember? Why do you lie? 12 battles. Yes. Yeah, we have the 12 battles. Okay, then we're moving on to English Arthurian legend now by Monmouth. Correct? Monmouth. So the new version is written down by Geoffrey Monmouth in the Historia is it Regum or Regum? Not the whole time. I woke up periodically, yapped crap, then passed out again. Well, then that's not quality sleep. You're like getting shitty sleep, waking up in the middle, and then talking about why you're still tired. Yeah. Again, you need like proper REM cycles to not be sleepy when you wake up. That's the whole point. That's why you wake up better at certain points in your sleep than others. If you wake up after like 4 or 5 hours, you feel much more well rested than if you wake up after 2 hours. That's why naps are largely kind of ineffective unless you're specifically only sleeping like 20 to 30 minutes. Because then you're like mid REM cycle, you haven't finished anything, and then you just wake up worse. That's the whole thing. Yes. Are these goalposts heavy? That's how sleep works! Okay, so this one is by Monmouth and anyone else? You're one to talk sleep apnea princess. I don't wake up. I'm a deep sleeper. What if we nap but wake up when you yell? My bad. I'm a deep sleeper. Maybe it's not like the best quality, but it's probably still like 60 or 70% quality. Lumi never wakes up. Important question to ask is, why does Emily feel the need to tell us? Because her name used to be Aspie Life. She has the permission to say things. Guys, I don't mind being comfort streamer to some. She has some perms to be the way she is, okay? Malmesbury first. Okay, we'll just add them together. By Malmesbury. And later Monmouth. Good. Yes. Where does one buy this permission? If you're significantly retarded, I give you perms. She's got autism. What do you want? She says things. Am I supposed to take it personally? No. There's no reason to like actually hold anything against people if they can't control it. It's fine. Am I significantly retarded? No. I hope I never get perms then. Well, look at Kenkanen with his happy perms. Okay, so this one is following the writings of, thank you, by the way, Malmesbury in 1124. In the Gesta Regum Angelorum in 1124, and the Historia Regum. It would be Regum, wouldn't it be? Right? Historia Regum Britanniae. Hate that. By Monmouth in the later 12th century. Good. Historia Regum Britanniae. Good? Good? Yes. Regnum. No, it's Regum. It's not Regnum, which would make a lot more sense. Unfortunately, it's just Regum, which sucks. I hate that. Alright, so in these versions... I'm guessing in these versions of Arthurian legend, Arthur is now is popularized as a king of the Britain. Yes, I still don't like my new name, by the way, but I can't think of a better one. I just wanted Emily Green, but it was taken. It's fine. I will always remember you as Aspie Live. So, but lots of people don't know the deep lore. Joffrey. Sure, Joffrey. Okay, in these versions, he's popularized as King of the Britain, a legendary figure, a legendary and mythical figure. Good. Emily Greener. Always was a category of ASD. Popularized is a strong term. More accurate to probably say depicted as. What, don't you think popularized works because it's spread to France? I think it works, no? He wrote for his chronicle, The History of the Kings of Britain, De Gestis Britonum or Historia Regum Britanniae, which was widely popular in its day, being translated to other languages for its original Latin, the title is Regum because it refers to kings regis, not reign, regnum. Oh, Regum. Because popularized by the French sounds because it was more widespread. I feel like this one's pretty widespread. Is now... okay, fine. Depicted, sure. We'll be autistic about it. I don't care. Alright, in this version... Arthur is the son of Uther Pendragon, King of the Britain. Sometimes also... who is sometimes considered to be the son of Constantine III, co-emperor of the Roman Empire, apparently. Constantine III, who was a Roman Britain, sorry, Roman of Roman Britain. Roman Britain, not Roman Empire. Yes. You're looking up legend and myth, categorizing it. Autism is inherent. I don't have autism. I just like things. It's not weird. Your cover art on Love Sucker had little blemishes that made me think my screen was dirty, and I spent 5 minutes cleaning my screen till I realized it wasn't my screen. That's usually how I notice my screen is dirty, as I'm looking at something and I'm like, wait, there's a spot there. Okay, so this was for the sake of legitimacy. In this version, he has a half-sister, and her name is Morgoose. Morgoose. Morgouse. Okay. He has an older half-sister, Morgouse, sometimes known as Morgana. You get Vortigern, who fights Ambrosius, then his brother Uther is father of Arthur. Okay, so then Vortigern. Who is Ambrosius? Ambrosius, Arthurian legends. Your interests are more academic and niche. People call it autism. I just like to learn things. Ambrosius Aurelianus was a war leader of the Romano-British who won an important battle against the Anglo-Saxons in the 5th century, according to Gildas. Eventually, he was transformed into the uncle of King Arthur, the brother of Arthur's father. Okay, so... what is Vortigern in this one? Ambrosius is who Arthur believed to be based on. Oh. Arthur is believed to be based on... and he's a real guy, Ambrosius Aurelianus? I don't know. A war leader who defeats the Anglo-Saxons in a battle in the 5th century. Vortigern is an evil tyrant. I think apparently... no, isn't Vortigern a people and they are led by Octa? Right? Arthur is a king, introduces Uther, Merlin, Guinevere, Mordred. Arthur is a massive imperial conqueror who takes over Norway, Denmark, France, conquers Rome before being betrayed by Mordred. I don't think Mordred betrays in this one. In this one, Mordred's still a good guy. In the French version, Mordred betrays. No? Arthur is nephew to Ambrosius Aurelianus, a king, and a king, a historical king, who may have been transformed later into the wizard Merlin. I feel like he could be a bunch of people. They're really unsure. He seems to have existed, but he became a bunch of stuff. Mordred leads a rebellion while Arthur's in Rome in this version. Oh, really? In the British version. Vortigern is the bad guy who helps the Saxons get a foothold. Ambrosius kicks his butt. Okay. Okay, wait. Who defeats Vortigern? So now Vortigern is not a people, it is a person. Previously, it was a people group led by Octa. Now Vortigern is the tyrant. A tyrant who helps... a tyrant who helps the Saxons get a foothold in the British Isles. Yes? Probably a story told flatter a bunch of French conquerors. Yes, you're so right. All right. In this version, he also has a half older sister, Morgause, sometimes known as Morgan or Morgana, who covets the throne. No, but has kids. This Morgause is the mother of Gawain, Agravain, Gaheris, Gareth, and Mordred. Yes. Okay. Does she covet the throne in this one? Who is the mother of Gawain, Agravain, Gaheris, Gareth, and Mordred. Okay. Good. He is betrayed by Mordred in the Monmouth one per wiki. Arthur defeats Lucius in Gaul, intending to become emperor, but in his absence, his nephew Mordred seduces and marries Guinevere and seizes the throne. Arthur returns and Mordred is killed at the Battle of Camelon, but Arthur is mortally wounded. He's carried off to the Isle of Avalon. Oh. Okay. Okay. Many of whom become knights for under Arthur. So in this one, he has more fantastical adventures, right? So it's no longer the 12 battles against the Saxons. Are there like dragons? Also featuring Merlin. Merlin is now a character. So Merlin in Monmouth or Malmesbury record. Merlin is a real wizard now. Okay, wait. Merlin, Arthurian legend, British. He casts fireball. So Merlin, he's like a prophet, I think. He's mostly a prophet. Okay. Now a character born from a woman and an he is half demon, yes? Gifted with the powers of prophecy and shape-shifting. Yes? Yes. Okay, so now he is the son of an incubus. Okay. Merlin organizes the construction of Stonehenge. Merlin organizes the construction of Stonehenge. And does other strange things such as transform Uther Pendragon into the Duke of Cornwall to impregnate his wife, Igraine, producing Arthur. Still a bastard. Still a bastard, unfortunately. All this other shit went crazy, but Arthur is still a fucking bastard. They couldn't have given him legitimacy like that? Damn it! Merlin's Wikipedia. Geoffrey apparently introduced the spelling of Merlin derived from Merlin. Yes, yes. Merlin, which means madman. Gaston Paris is caused by the undesirable associations of the French word merde. Oh, that's why they changed it to Merlin. It gets even worse. He transforms Uther into a sex pest. Well, apparently Uther has killed the Duke of Cornwall. Uther kills the Duke of Cornwall. And then he becomes the Duke of Cornwall to fuck his wife. Yes. That's in the Historia Regum Britanniae. Yeah, Arthur is not a bastard in Mallory, just barely. And then a bunch of other stuff happens. I'm actually gonna save it here. We did the intro part, which I think is good. I'm happy about that. Weirdly similar script structure to the Chinese one. It's just a bunch of bullshit. Random bullshit, go. You wrote Historia Regum Britanniae. It should be Okay. Britannia. God. Thank you. 1 T, 2 N's. 1 T, 2 N's, Britanniae? Good Sabi, what? You have the myth? Yeah, we have the myth. We have the characters. We're just gonna write the romance. So 1 more week and then we are done. And I'm free. I'm free of all this fucking nonsense. Chrétien de Troyes was the guy who propagated Arthurian myth in France. He did not directly write about Arthur, but about his knights and went full throttle with the Christian elements. His 3 main works are Lancelot, Knight of the Cart, Yvain, Lion Knight, and Percival of the Tale of the Grail. He depicts Lancelot as a protagonist and even a Christ-like tragic figure of purity who sacrifices his honor for good, with Arthur being more ambivalent than in the English tale. I mean, that makes sense. Alright, when was the English part written? This was in the 12th century, 1100s. Welsh is 800s. English is 12th century, 1100s. And the French maybe 1300s or something. We'll cover them all just so we can have them. I'm getting to the end, chat! But really, it's happening. Alright. As I said, I will be ending slightly early because I have to deal with some IRL stuff. But I have an immense sense of relief. How many tabs do I have? Let me start closing them and see. Okay, starting from this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 30, 31, 32, 33. 33 tabs! Just for this. Happens every day. Tomorrow, BFME2. Yay. And we're almost done. Very exciting. Alright, I'm gonna raid, I am going to raid Nitya Nil. Because she's doing some VR chatting. Very cool. She's 3D. Wow. Nina is on. A bunch of other people are on. Very cool. Yeah, I don't have any other real announcements. Normal week next week. Bunch of other stuff. Yay. Thanks for being here and enduring my nerding. I like doing the things that I've always... It's a privilege to be able to do the things like this. Very cool. Okay. Thank you. Oh, don't forget Origins 5th anniversary outfits today as well. Uruka, Pippa, and Iori are today. So watch those. Hi, Talumi. See you tomorrow. Bye.